Hey, welcome into NFL Daily. It's Week 10 in the National Football League. Fired up to be with you. No place else I'd rather be, no place else you'd rather be. It's your one-stop shop for all things NFL. We've got you covered for Week 10. It's the Whip Around. I'll be your host all afternoon, Jake Riepma. Producer Jack on the ones and twos. And we are fired up to be with you. And if you're tuning in, you got to let me know who your team is, because we all know at this point in the season, for some teams, that's right, I got it on my chest right now. Some teams thinking about the Super Bowl, and other teams thinking about where they're going to be drafting come later on. So let me know where you're watching from, who your team is. Shout out your team in the comments. So we got some Cowboys fans in the comments already. Of course we do. America's team playing later on today against the New York Football Giants. And that used to be a game you get pretty fired up for. But, if I were handicapping that game, it would be about Cowboys minus 28.5. Something crazy like that. The Giants are no bueno, as they say. Who else? We got some New Orleans Saints fans in the chat. Love to see it. Shout out DJ M-U-T King, DJ Mutt King, Juan Hernandez rooting for his Raiders. We'll see them later on tonight on Sunday Night Football against the Jets. See if Anthony Pierce can go to 2-0. Antonio Pierce, my apologies, go to 2-0 in his time as the Raiders interim head coach. How about that? Blake is rooting for the Cowboys, and as I mentioned, the Cowboys against the New York Football Giants later on today. A lot of good matchups. We already had the one in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. That was a little bit of a snoozer, if I'm being completely honest, between, of course, the Colts and the Patriots. Colts did get the victory 10-6, but I think the score tells you everything you need to know. Mac Jones was benched in that game. But here's a look at what's also coming up in the 1 o'clock early window. Texans-Bengals, pretty intriguing when you think about the quarterback matchup there. C.J. Stroud, wow, he has been impressive as a rookie, just dazzling week in and week out, your front runner for Rookie of the Year. And the Bengals, I think they're hitting their stride, folks. They are trending in the right direction. Joe Burrow looks healthy, and that team is a part of a loaded AFC North. Speaking of the AFC North, you got the Steelers and the Packers underway, or just getting set to be underway. We're about 11 minutes and counting from the 1 o'clock games kicking off. That Saints-Vikings game is intriguing as well when you think about Josh Dobbs at the quarterback position for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure everybody saw it by now, but the way he just orchestrated the victory against the Falcons with little to no practice. I mean, his offensive linemen were listening to him and his cadence on the sideline seconds before he went into the game. That's crazy. You can't make it up. So a lot of momentum around Kevin O'Connell and the Minnesota Vikings, despite the injuries that they have dealt with all season long. 49ers, Jags. How about that one? I mean, that's quite the matchup that packs a punch in the early hour with Trevor Lawrence and Brock Purdy. The 49ers looking to get back on track after the bye week. Prior to that, they had lost 3 in a row. And meanwhile, don't look now, but the NFL's longest win streak belongs to Jacksonville. That's right, the Jags are an impressive 7-2 on the season. A lot of weapons for Trevor Lawrence and that offense to work with, so that'll be an intriguing one against a very good 49ers defense. And the Titans and Bucs set to do battle. Baker Mayfield against Will Levis. And, hey, Will Levis looked pretty good in his rookie debut. We'll see if he can continue that. Let me know where you're watching from, as we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. So glad to have you along on another edition of the NFL Daily by Chat Sports. A whip around. Jake Riepma with you. If you're just tuning in, I'm so glad to have you for an exciting afternoon of NFL action. Producer Jack on the ones and twos. Shout out Tony Fuentes. What's going on, my guy? Emmett Kittrell Jr. Washington, D.C.'s in the building. That's what I'm talking about. How about it? The Commanders playing on a little bit later on this afternoon in that later window. You got the Lions and Chargers, Falcons, Cardinals, and Cowboys, Giants, as I mentioned, Commanders and Seahawks in Seattle, and then Sunday Night Football, the Jets and the Raiders. That's the best that I can do. You know what's also the best that we could do? Always the best, and that's odds are. No doubt about it, folks. Listen up. Listen up and listen good. What if there was an app that used AI and machine learning to suggest smart sports bets? Well, there is, and it's called Odds Are. It's the mobile app you need to know what bets of the day are the smart ones to make. So download the app, sign up for an account, and let the latest data analysis guide you through today's point spreads, money lines, over-unders. And here's how it works, folks. If you see green, that's the smart bet. Make it. If you see yellow, you're kind of on your own. And if you see red, stay away, my friends. So odds are it's not a sports book, but it is an app to make you the best better possible. It's smart betting made simple. Find the Odds Are app in the App Store or on Google Play and get a 2-week free trial. It's just $10 a month after that. So there you go. And here's how it works. You see the red over, let's use an example here. Lions, Chargers, and you see the red over by the Lions. AI is telling us stay away. Now, if you want a good play, how about that Chargers spread? It's in the green. Look at that. And then for the over-under, it's in yellow. You're kind of on your own there. That's how it works. So go to oddsr.com/NFL daily for a 30-day free trial. Compliments of your friends at Chat Sports. Once again, that's oddsr.com/NFL daily for a 30-day free trial. All right, you got to let me know which squad, who is the best team in the NFL right now. We're at about the halfway point. A lot has happened. You got the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions. They certainly have made their case. Philadelphia Eagles, well, they have the best record in the NFL and looking to defend their NFC North or NFC title that they won last year, but take the next step and win a Super Bowl. So those are certainly two teams that come to mind. But like I said, Jacksonville's got the longest win streak in the NFL right now, playing some of the best football. You got to feel good about them. And how about the Lions? A little bit of a surprise team out of the NFC North. There you go. They're a team that could potentially make some noise down the stretch. The Dolphins had a really strong start to the season, but has kind of struggled as of late, losing 2 of their last 3, but they're still 6-3 with some of the best weapons in the National Football League. Lots of teams out there making their case for being the best in the NFL. And how about the Ravens? The Ravens have done a lot as well, and part of that loaded division in the NFC North the AFC North that I talked about earlier on in the show. So let me know in the Cowboys. Emmett says in the comments, Emmett says it's the Cowboys. Tony says go Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs. I mean, look, if the old saying goes, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are still defending Super Bowl champions. So until they are dethroned, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better candidate as the best team in the NFL than the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got Travis Kelce going to Taylor Swift concerts in Argentina. Incredible. Taylor Swift running into his arms after her show. That's a guy that has done well for himself between the on-field success, the Super Bowl champions, and, oh, by the way, he's got Taylor Swift running into his arms after the concert. I mean, that's just, he's on every commercial too. The Chiefs got it going on. I know that doesn't equate to wins on the field per se, but why not? Good for them. The 49ers, yeah, look, before the 3-game losing streak, I think many would say the first portion of the season, that first 6 games of the season, they looked like the best. So I don't think you're wrong to say the 49ers are the best team in the NFL, but they have struggled as of late. The Eagles, again, I think it's a class of 3 teams in the NFC. It's Eagles, 49ers, and the Detroit Lions. But the Lions have to prove themselves because they've never been there. They've never been there in the postseason. And meanwhile, the AFC, it's a lot different. I think there's much more depth in the AFC. Now, as we always do on the NFL Daily Whip Around, we got a little competition going because competition breeds excellence. Remember that, folks. That's one of the mottos we live by here at Chat Sports. So let's get a little competition going on in the Super Chats as well. For $5, I'll talk about your favorite team. That's all it takes. Send in a quick $5 Super Chat, and we will rap about your favorite team. And every $5 is 1 point for your respective team. And at the end of the day, we're going to tally it all up and see which team did the best in our NFL Daily Whip Around Super Chat competition. So if you want to represent your team, send in those Super Chats because I want to know who the realest of the real are here on our NFL Daily Whip Around show. And the best way to prove it, send in those Super Chats and we will start to tally them up. Now, we're also wondering which team has the best fans and what you're snacking on today because we know football and food goes hand in hand, and there is no better way to enjoy the action on the gridiron than with some delicious treats. So let me know what we got going on there in the comments. Let me know what you're snacking on. I'm a big game day nacho guy, and I know even for the early games, sometimes you got to get up early and get those nachos going. So I'll say this too. For early games, I don't mind the breakfast themed. I had a college football Saturday, went with the cinnamon rolls, the breakfast tacos, the runny eggs, mimosas, all that good stuff yesterday. And today, I'm wondering if anybody else is doing the breakfast theme as well. We got our first Super Chat coming in by way of Oblivion Empire, all about the Falcons, and the Falcons take the early lead on our NFL Daily Whip Around show. The Falcons with the matchup later this afternoon against the Cardinals. And for the Falcons, my biggest question is how do you plan on using Bijan Robinson? You drafted him in the first round for a reason, and the way he has not been utilized in the offense is criminal. It is criminal. He has less touches within the 5-yard line than any other running back, and it is just absurd how the Falcons have not utilized what a talent he is. So I've got my eye on that as far as if Bijan Robinson will be more of an impactful player in the Falcons offense moving forward. And I think a lot of fantasy owners would also like to see Bijan Robinson more in action on the road against the Cardinals today. This is a must-win game for the Falcons. I'll call it that. Must-win game. Right now the Falcons are 4-5, and nobody in that division has taken a stranglehold yet. I certainly don't think the Saints, all due respect, are this team that's going to run away with the division. Tampa Bay has had their struggles, and I won't even get going on the Panthers. So it's up there for the taking if you're a Falcons fan. You got to get Bijan Robinson involved. And this game against the Cardinals, I'll call it a must-win because the Cardinals are not good, obviously, as the 1-8 record indicates. So there you have it. Give Bijan Robinson the ball, and let's see what the Falcons can do. So with that, the Falcons take the early lead as we're less than a minute away from kicking off that early slate, the 1 o'clock window here in the National Football League in week number 10. And if you want it to happen, you can't jinx it. Like this video right now. We got over 100 people watching, but we only have 17 likes as I check the stats right here in front of me. And my bosses are going to be all over me if we've got over 100 people watching, but less than 50 likes. Come on. So it only takes 2 seconds. It doesn't cost you anything either. Go ahead and smash that like button and support the show. We greatly appreciate it. All right. What else we got going in the comments? We got some people snacking on chicken wraps. There you go. Chicken wraps as we are officially underway here in week 10 of the National Football League. Jake Riepma with you. Jack Lauderay on the ones and twos. So glad to have you along, and we got to get to 30 likes. Jack just said it in my ear. If we don't get to 30 likes, I am toast. So we're up to 25 right now, but we've got over 100 people watching, so if you could do me a favor and smash that like button, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, because you want your team to win, right? You can't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. All right. Who you got? Let's start with our first marquee matchup of the opening slate. Of course, the Colts and Patriots already played the early game across the pond in Frankfurt, Germany. So let's start with Cleveland or Baltimore. Let me know in the comments, do you like Cleveland or Baltimore? The Ravens have been really, really good, and I think they're only getting better with Lamar Jackson starting to find his stride. And I love John Harbaugh as a coach, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think he's a much better coach than Jim Harbaugh, and maybe it's an apples to oranges comparison, a little pro football to college football comparison there, but I love the direction of the Baltimore Ravens, and the AFC North, as I've said a couple of times, is absolutely loaded. This is a pivotal divisional matchup, and we know about Cleveland's defense, one of the best in the NFL. And in pretty much every statistical category, that Cleveland defense ranks near or at the very top. So the matchup of Cleveland's defense against Baltimore's offense is going to be a lot of fun to watch today. Woo! All right. Tay London asks, you think Green Bay going to get it done today? I say not so fast. I think Green Bay at times has looked really, really bad, and this is going to be one of those seasons when it's all said and done that Matt LaFleur and company look back as a step in the wrong direction, a step back as opposed to a step forward, and I think the Steelers at home are really, really tough, so I don't think Green Bay's getting it done. Want to remind you, if you haven't yet, subscribe to NFL Daily by Chat Sports, and subscribe to Chat Sports to stay up to date with the National Football League, live shows, and, of course, plenty more. We've got you covered in all aspects around the NFL. We are underway in the opening slate, Cincinnati and Houston, another fun one that we've got our eye on, and that quarterback matchup of Joe Burrow and C.J. Stroud. Yeah, help us get to 345,000 subscribers, one of the largest NFL chat sports platforms on YouTube, and we appreciate your subscription because you know what that means. We bring you more daily content than anybody, and it's all about that sub button. That's what's going to get you free daily NFL content from your friends here at Chat Sports. So, Colts Patriots is a final from Frankfurt, Germany, 10-6. The rest of these games just underway. And let me know in the comments if you want your team to win, type me. Let me know. We're above 30 likes, so that's good news there. We got about 140 people watching. They're underway in Jacksonville as well. And let me tell you, folks, the 49ers away uniform with the gold helmet, the white uniform, the red numbers, and the gold pants, that pops, baby. It pops on the screen. And for the first time, Chase Young in the San Francisco 49ers uniform. The Jags in their all-teal uniforms with the black lid. Their first possession of the game. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, fires a quick one. It is caught but tackled immediately by All-Pro Fred Warner for a short gain. Over to Minnesota, where the Vikings are hosting the Saints. And there's Josh Dobbs zipping it out to Jordan Addison in the right flats for a gain of about 10. Vikings Saints will be a fun one to keep our eye on as well this afternoon. We got Danny Fins fan with the hashtag Fins up. Hell yeah. We got to love that. Dolphins on their bye week this week after that tough loss in Frankfurt, Germany to the Chiefs, but they are 6-3. Trevor Lawrence back to pass, and he's going to go down sacked on 3rd and 5. The Niners defense, part of their calling card, is the ability to get pressure on the quarterback. It hasn't been the case this year. So what they do, they went out and got Chase Young to try to boost up that pass rush. I didn't see who the sack was, but it was not Chase Young, as we've got our first touchdown of the day, and it's a defensive touchdown, a pick six for the Baltimore Ravens. And what did I say about this Ravens team? They are not messing around. Kyle Hamilton, the pick six on DeShaun Watson. He was trying to set up a screen pass, and Kyle Hamilton said, "Snatchies, I'll take that." And it's 6-0 Baltimore with the extra point pending. DeShaun Watson just telegraphed the pass the whole way. Hamilton went up with two hands, deflected it initially. Ball was fluttering in the air right down to Hamilton, and he could have walked into the end zone for the first score of the day for Baltimore, just less than a minute into the contest. Now, over in Pittsburgh, the Steelers facing a 3rd down and 3. Deep pass to the right, incomplete. But there was a flag down, perhaps defensive holding. Johnson was the intended receiver. Pass interference on the defense, so that'll award a 1st down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Valentine and Johnson really getting into it, and he clearly held him. He's all over him. And he didn't need to do that. I never understand the defensive back just mouthing off to the referee or to the opposing wide receiver after they were the ones that got called with the penalty. It doesn't make much sense to me. All right, we've got a special big play, big pay super chat menu, because for every time a team scores, your team scores, send in a super chat, and I've got some of the hottest scorching Pringles ready to go. Going to light my mouth on fire, just like your team is if they're scoring touchdowns. So for every touchdown, send in a super chat. We've got a hot chip. Every field goal, we'll get some squats going. 3 squats. Oh, you can go lower than that, Jake. Come on, what are we doing? Go lower than that. Let me try it again. There we go. Almost out of the screen. And for every interception, you guys know me. You know I love the espresso shots to get the juices flowing for the early game. So send in that super chat when your team gets an interception, and I will take an espresso shot to get the juice flowing. That's what it's all about. There is no doubt about it. Steelers on the move inside the 10. Tackled at the 10-yard line on the screen pass was Warren, and it'll be 2nd down and short. Steelers can still get a 1st down. Here's the Niners with the football. Brock Purdy rolling out. Fires to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown Niners. Brandon Ayuk reels it in the back of the end zone. And San Francisco strikes first. It's 6-0 Niners. Purdy to Ayuk, 4-6. Let's check in on the one and only Chase Sr. I'm sure he's feeling good about that Niners touchdown. Sr., take it away.
And the kick is good. Show us your TDs.
Let's go. Oliver, Lisa Hernandez, Ernesto, Tom Daly, all showing us those TDs. Danae, Deborah, Tyler, Elisa, all spamming those TDs. Great start. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Meanwhile, we had a few super chats coming in.
You want to read those, Chip? I'm going to tweet out these plays.
The American Eagle, $5, 7 will be heaven. And there's 7 on the board right there for the 9.
There you have it. The San Francisco 49ers strike first. They're up 7-0 over the Jaguars. And how about this? The Pittsburgh Steelers just scored. The Steelers go ahead of the Packers. A short run. Is that Najee Harris? Now the Titans with it inside the 10. Toss to Derek Henry. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And it's 7-0 Steelers over the Packers, 7-0 Niners over the Jags, and Baltimore with a 7-0 lead over Cleveland as well. Tennessee trying to do the same and score. They've got the ball, 2nd and goal from the 11. Levis in the shotgun, looks to pass, fires over the middle, dropped at the 5-yard line. It was a short pass. And that'll bring up 3rd down. We jump over to Cincinnati. Joe Burrow with the rock for the Bengals. 3 receivers to the right in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Texans. Fires out to the right side. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Burrow delivers a strike. And Trenton Irvin reels it in for the game's first score in Cincinnati. Burrow to Irvin for 6. Back to the Titans, trying to do the same. Will Levis is going to go down. He's sacked on 3rd and goal. Levis is brought down, and the Titans will have to settle for a field goal attempt. Back to Cincinnati. How about that strike from Joe Burrow? 5th straight game with an opening touchdown for Cincinnati. That's impressive. They are hitting their stride, perhaps right at the perfect time. Early in the season, you thought, oh boy, these Bengals might have been all sizzle, no steak. That's not the case right now. Cincinnati looking good. And the field goal attempt for Tennessee is good, so they draw first blood in that game against Tampa Bay, albeit a field goal, 3-0. Vikings do the same. They get on the board first at home against the Saints with a field goal early in the first quarter, 3-0 Vikings. Back to Baltimore, where Cleveland has the football after DeShaun Watson threw the pick 6. And the Browns working on a drive right now, but an incomplete pass. And they have it in their own territory. Back to the Niners and Jags game. Ayuk just caught that touchdown for San Francisco to take the 7-0 lead. As the Niners have the best offense on opening drives this season. 6 touchdowns for 45 points. That's the most in the National Football League. The Jags with only 3 points in all of their opening drives in 8 games. They're 6-2. And that's the worst in the NFL. ETN gets the handoff, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. This Niners defense flying around out there. And they look fast. Yeah, I want to remind you, if you're not already subscribed, you're missing out. 1, it's free. 2, it takes 2 seconds. And 3, we're bringing you daily NFL content. This is your one-stop shop for all things surrounding the National Football League. And we've also got live shows coming to you from the Chat Sports Studio. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a thing. You can go to youtube.com/chatsportstv to subscribe. Back to Jacksonville. On 2nd and 10, we've got early movement. Now it depends on who moved first. Was it an offensive lineman in the teal or a defensive lineman in the white and gold? It might have been Nick Bosa. The camera's panning in on him. No, false start. Brad Allen, the referee, says false start on the Jags. How we doing? We got over 300 people watching. Shout out to the realest of the real. Appreciate you tuning in. No place else to be on an NFL Sunday. If you're not at a game, this is the place to be because we're keeping you updated on all the scores around the National Football League, like in Minnesota where the Saints have the football trailing 3-0 to the Minnesota Vikings. Let's get you back out to Jacksonville where Lawrence's pass is complete but tackled immediately after a short gain. And now back out to Pittsburgh where the Packers have the football trailing 7-0, facing a 3rd and 3. Jordan Love in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fires over the middle. It's caught. Pickup of about 15. Christian Watson makes the catch into Steelers territory, and the Packers move the chains. Let me know who you got, Green Bay or Pittsburgh. Jimmy says, screw the Niners. Hey! What'd the Niners ever do to you? Trevor Lawrence is going to go down. He's sacked on 3rd and 10. I think the Niners heard Jimmy, and they said, I'll show you, Jimmy. Down goes Lawrence. And the Jags bring on the punting unit facing 4th and long. Back out to Cincinnati. C.J. Stroud for the Texans under center. Handoff off right tackle. First down carry for Singletary. Near midfield. Ravens get the ball back, already leading 7-0. Taking a look at that Browns defense led by Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator. Once the head coach for the Detroit Lions. Play action. Lamar Jackson fires over the middle. It's caught into Browns territory. Bateman makes the catch. And now back out to Tampa Bay, where Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense starts their drive. Pass out to the left is caught and reeled in for a pickup of about 15. And despite the Browns trailing and the Ravens moving the ball, we got to check in on our very own Matthew Peterson, host of our Browns channel, and see how he's doing. Hopefully morale is still high.
Evans is off the field right now. They're going to hand it off to Rashad White the other way. Rashad White fighting for yards.
Back to Pittsburgh, where Green Bay has the football. A.J. Dillon carrying Steelers with him inside the red zone. First down at about the 11. And I would assume morale is high with the one and only Jack Sperry, as his Steelers have a 7-0 lead. And let's check in with Jack Sperry and see what the Steelers and Packers game has in store.
Stop, baby. We need it.
2nd down and 7. Empty formation for Jordan. Takes the snap. Love looks. Pressure's getting there. Sidearm toss. Oh, it's almost intercepted by DeMonte KZ. The ball was low and off target. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
It's 3rd now.
Come on now. Type those stops. Type those stops in the chat, Steelers Nation. Let's ride. We got over 1,000 people watching. I want to see 1,000 stops in the chat right now. Come on. Kwan Alexander is on the grass right now.
That's not good.
He's getting looked at. It'll be Mark Robinson. It'll be Mark Robinson as his backup if he's unable to go. Of course, Cole Holcomb last week suffered a gruesome knee injury. So, yeah, we're hoping that he's okay. Hopefully, Kawan's all right. Because if he's hurt for a while, they're probably going to have to go get, like, Anthony Barr or somebody in free agency, Coop. Something's going to have to happen. I'll take my helmet off here for our sponsor read today. And that sponsor...
Back with you on the NFL Whip Around by Chat Sports. And I just told producer Jack, I think the Ravens might be really, really good. They just scored again, and they are taking it to the Browns early on. Now, I know it's still very, very early, but you look at the Ravens, and they've had some impressive wins this year and some wins in convincing fashion as well. And some of them have been at home, some have been on the road, but I think John Harbaugh, I didn't say it. John Harbaugh has that team moving in the right direction and really playing at a high level and feeling very confident. Out to Jacksonville, where the Niners are on the move. And just as I said, it was like I was one step ahead of the NFL Red Zone because they just showed Keaton Mitchell's long run into the end zone for the Ravens to go up 14-0. Baker Mayfield just threw an interception for the Bucs. And that gives the ball back to the Titans. There's a little toss to Deebo Samuel in our Niners game. He breaks one tackle and steps out of another to pick up about 4. Packers knocking on the door against the Steelers, but we had an injury in that game that halted play. There we go. Back to Cincinnati. That's where Joe Burrow has the football for the Bengals. Facing 3rd and 1, 5-wide shotgun, quick pass is complete. First down picked up by Boyd for the Bengals. Pickup of about 8. Needed 1. 3rd down and 8 for the San Francisco Niners. The 49ers trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Let's check in on Chase Sr. for this 3rd down play.
On Cam. By the nose of the football, they're going to give him the first down. Type those ones again like Jamie Patrick, Johnny Royale. Purdy, quick throw to Deebo, out to the perimeter. Tiptoes along the sideline to get 5 or 6. By the way, here's our guy Matt Keller with Frank Gore. He's at the Jags game. Pretty cool photo there. And then he also sent us in a video of the stadium that we'll show you in a moment. 10 total plays for the Niners inside the game time red zone. Purdy in the shotgun. McCaffrey flanked to his right. Purdy will throw it. Moves off his spot. Throws it away behind McCaffrey because the pass rush started to bear down on him. Here's Matt Keller at the game. Good seats at that Jag stadium there. And then our boy, Black Mask, also at the game. He's in Taiwan with some Taiwan shorty here. He said he was going to start watching the stream at 2 a.m. Monday morning. 3rd and 4 for San Francisco. Ball spotted at the 13.5. Need to get to the 9. Deebo Samuel, the motion man. Jags blitz again. Purdy drifts to his left. He pumps, and he's sacked. Looked like Purdy was frustrated with what happened downfield. And we could take a look at the replay to see what happened. McCaffrey had the chip. Wasn't great on that chip, but nobody was there really for Purdy downfield. San Francisco will have to settle for the field goal for Jake Moody. Deebo was open in the end zone. My goodness. If Purdy had time to throw, that was the read right there. But he had no time to throw. He got moved off his spot immediately. Jake Moody comes in for the kick. It's going to be a 39-yard attempt from the left hash, and the kick is good. He's able to drift it right inside the right upright. Niners take a 10-point lead. San Francisco, during that 3-game skid, so often had to come from behind. Now it's good to see that they're leading here because they love dictating the pace of the ball game, and they play much better when they are.
There you go. You got the 49ers going ahead with a 10-0 lead against the Jaguars. And folks, I got to tell you, recently I stumbled upon this gem of an app called Odds Are. Now, let me clarify something right off the bat. Odds Are is not, repeat that, Odds Are is not a sports book. They don't take your bets. Instead, they're here to make you better at sports betting. The interface is incredibly slick, and it's designed to be user-friendly. If you've ever been curious about sports betting or are looking for a more intuitive platform, Odds Are is your sports betting advisor in your pocket. NFL Daily listeners get 30 days for free. Let me say that again. NFL Daily listeners get 30 days for free. And you can experience the magic for yourself. So dive in and bet smart. Go to oddsr.com/NFL Daily. And here's a look at that slick interface. It's color-coded, too, which is great. Because if you're like me and you need those colors to tell you exactly what's going on, here you have it. If it's green, that means go. Green is good. This is a play that Odds Are likes. The Chargers spread against the Lions. If it's red, stop. Stop and stay away. Stay away. An arm's distance at least. Don't touch this bet. And if it's yellow, it's kind of in the middle. You're on your own. But that's how simple it is. I love Odds Are. Go to oddsr.com/NFL Daily for your 30-day free trial. Really intuitive app as well to help you bet smarter with Odds Are. oddsr.com/NFL Daily. Let's get you back on some of these scores and caught up across the National Football League. Titans leading the Bucks 3-0. Niners just went ahead of the Jags 10-0. And the Ravens punching the Browns in the mouth. How about that? 14-0 early on in Baltimore. The Ravens look like a wagon, folks. I'm not going to lie. Packers just scored a touchdown to tie it up in Pittsburgh at 7. Vikings and Saints in a thriller 3-0. And the Bengals were driving, but the Texans defense stood tall. And that score remains 7-0. You want your team to win, you got to like this video. That's how simple it is. We got over 400 people watching, yet just 59 likes. You got to help me out here and smash that like button. Not hard to do. Takes 2 seconds. If you got to exit out of the chat for a second, do so now. We got to get to 100 likes because we got over 450 people watching now. And we only have 68 likes. So there's a jump, but I think we can get to over 100. You got to help me out. Pittsburgh with the ball on the move. It's 2nd down and 1. They've already moved it into Packers territory. Play action. Pickett back to pass, rolling to his right, fires down the sidelines. Incomplete. Or was it intercepted? Was he in bounds? Dixon. The Packers will take over on the interception. Keyshawn Nixon. How did he make that catch? Wow, 1 foot's down. I don't see the second one. I don't know. Oh, Jim, I don't know. Jim, I don't know. We'll have to check back and see if that one stood. Producer Jack, did you see a second foot inbounds there?
I don't know, man. It's a close one. We'll see.
Indeed, we will. Let's check in on our Browns stream. A little life from Matthew Peterson as the Browns are driving.
Yard line, entering the game time red zone. It's a run for Kareem Hunt. He is taken down. Second and 8 going to be on deck next. All right. 2nd and 7. 7 minutes and change. Watson drop back. DeShaun looking. Rolling to his right. He'll throw. That is dropped by Njoku at the 1st down marker. And Njoku was ready to start running with it before he caught it. And instead of 1st and 10 and maybe 1st and goal, it's 3rd and 7. I mean, that's a perfect throw.
That was such a good play from DeShaun
Yeah.
Watson. And Njoku just dropped it.
Njoku just dropped it. And with that, we have producer Rolly joining us, by the way. Sam Brown getting tapped out. Rolly coming in for the rest of the flight.
Hopefully I can provide some good food
Dude,
juju
gotta get
because
Sam the fuck out
Sam
of the studio.
Brown was cucking you guys.
3rd and 7 for the Browns at the 19-yard line. Watson, play clock winding down, takes the snap, drops back, throwing towards the end zone. That's incomplete. Looking for Cedric Tillman, and it'll be 4th and 7 with Dustin Hopkins coming on for a field goal. And Njoku catches that. It's a first down. But no one seems to be really playing their A game today. Browns are just fortunate, I feel like, to come away with some points, knock on wood, from this drive. 36-yard field goal attempt. Hopkins is 20 for 23 this season. Has not missed under 40 yards. Why did I say that? Why did I just say that? 36-yarder from Hopkins is good. That's why I said it. It was never in doubt. That's why.
All right, the Browns get on the board, albeit only a field goal when trailing 14-0, so that makes it 14-3. We're back in in Pittsburgh for the Packers versus Steelers. Trying to see if that interception was held up. And it was, in fact, overturned. As I suspected, Nixon only got the 1 foot down. Heck of an effort from Nixon, just could not get the second foot down. Back to Cincinnati, where the Texans are on the move into field goal range. They've got it in the red zone. We'll see if they can try and tie this game up. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 1 for the Steelers after the drive continues when the interception was negated. And C.J. Stroud back to Cincinnati. Flip-flop, flip-flop. Hang with me, peeps. Hang with me. On 3rd and 10, Stroud out to the right. It's caught. What a pass right on the money to Tank Dell at the marker. Might have been a yard short. We'll see. Meanwhile, toss to Harris. Gets the first down easily. And let's get you updated on our Super Chat competition. For $5, we'll talk about your team. Give you a little take on whatever the current state of that team is. And every $5 is a point. So if you are the realest of the real and you want to represent your team, you got to show out on the Super Chats. And show your team pride with the Super Chats, because we're tallying them all up. And it's real simple. Every $5 is a point. And right now, the Falcons are alone at the top of the leaderboard. And so, as far as I can tell, the Falcons are the realest of the real. But are they the only real ones? Are they the only real ones? We'll see if any Super Chats come in from any other teams.
Hello, it's producer Jack talking right now. Had a few questions in the chat.
Hello, Jack.
Allie, a few people asking where Allie is. She's on vacation.
Vacation.
She'll be back in the next week. She'll be back next week. She's on vacation right now. And yes, I am Jack. I'm not new. I've been here for about 2.5 years. So hopefully they answer your guys' questions. Allie will be back next week. She's just on vacation this week.
There you have it. The Saints just kicked a field goal to tie it up, all squared away at 3 in that game between the Vikings and the Saints. Meanwhile, back to Pittsburgh. 3rd down and 3. Pickens, quick pass out to Warren. It's caught. First down yardage and tackled immediately at the 20. But they now, being the Steelers, are into the odds are. Red zone and on the move. Back to Jacksonville. 10-0 Niners. Jags with the football. Lawrence over the middle. Incomplete. And he is struggling. Just 3 of 6 for 22 yards in the early going for Trevor Lawrence. So the Browns get on the board as they try to stop the bleeding in Baltimore. It's 14-3. The Ravens will get the football back. They've already scored on a defensive touchdown on the pick six. And this defense is flying around for the Baltimore Ravens. We got a lot of good ones going on. There is no doubt about it. A lot of people in the chat. What's going on? Chat Sports. I'm Jake Riepma, producer Jack with you. Yes, Robert Bruce. Jack is one of your Patriot brothers, and I feel bad for you guys. I'll just leave it at that. That was a tough game to watch. Patriots, Colts. I won't lie to you. I mean, that might have set football back a decade, but it's even worse to lose a game like that the way the Patriots did. And then plus you had Mac Jones getting benched for Bailey Zappi, the Zap attack. All right, if you want a shout out, go ahead and send us in a super chat, and we will rap about your team of choice. That's what it's all about here on NFL Daily, the whip around, week 10 of the NFL season.
I mean, right now Atlanta's winning, and they're not even playing. So
that's crazy.
I want to see some of these fan bases show out. Let's see what the best city in the NFL is. Right now it's Atlanta. Your team could take the lead. Let's see what happens.
Oh, the Texans just fumbled the football and the Bengals fall on it. It was a 4th-and-1 play, and a fumble from the Texans gives the ball back to the black and orange. The final play of the first quarter. And C.J. Stroud fumbles the center snap exchange, and that ball is loose, and Cincinnati's on it. Not great for C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Back to Baltimore, where the Ravens have the football, leading 14-3. Packers and Steelers in a good one, all tied up at 7. And who better to tell you about it than the host of our Steelers channel here, the one and only Jack Sperry.
Type MJ. Everyone type MJ, and then everybody type those TDs for a touchdown. 2nd down and 10, Pickett. From the shotgun, Warren is the back to his right. Pickett drops back, looks to his left, nothing there. Sticks to it, throws end zone, incomplete. The ball wasn't anywhere close. There's a flag on the play. Could this be holding on the Packers?
I hope so. Yes!
Holding on the defense. It'll be 5 yards and a 1st down for the Steelers instead of a 3rd down and long. That is a huge penalty by Keyshawn Nixon, the cornerback from Green Bay.
Typical Packers, always cheating.
So Deontay Johnson, they tried running a double move, and the corner was not fooled. And I honestly think Kenny was just throwing the ball away. Like, they were going ride or die with that double move. And once he saw that Dixon kind of held, he just kind of threw it away. Here we go. 1st down and 10 from the 16. Pickett, shotgun. Robinson in motion at the snap. They hand it off to Warren. There's a nice push. He gets through. Is he in? He is! Touchdown, Steelers! Oh! 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 Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go!
The offense is back!
The run game is rolling in Pittsburgh. It's going to be 14-7 pending an extra point from the great and powerful Boz. Let's go!
Let's freaking ride, baby!
Yes!
This is the offense we thought we were getting in the preseason.
Well, how about that? Sperry and his Steeler compadres, the one and only Jeff Cooperstein. Everybody's loving it there in Pittsburgh. It seems like the offense is back after that Warren 13-yard touchdown run. And the extra point pending. It's up and good. Make it 14-7 Pittsburgh. The Steelers with the lead over the Green Bay Packers. Now, back to Baltimore, where the Ravens have a 14-3 lead over the Cleveland Browns. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Baltimore knocking on the door with it at Cleveland's 24-yard line. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Keeps it himself. RPO is knocked down at the line of scrimmage, defended brilliantly by the Browns. Back out to Tampa Bay, where the Titans are trying to double their lead with their second field goal. No, thank you. Well short and wide right. Folk misses the 51-yard attempt, and the score remains 3-0 in favor of the Titans. Let me know your favorite team if you're tuned into this NFL Daily stream. Thanks for making us a part of your day. No place else to be on game day, unless, of course, you're at a game, but if you're trying to watch every game and tune into some of the best live streams, we've got you covered here on NFL Daily by Chat Sports. It's the NFL Whip Around in Week 10 of the NFL. And how about this Ravens team? You can't say enough about the start. Up 14-3 and on the move once again. Some shout-outs in the chat. Jenkins Gaming, what's going on? Banga 75187 is a Commanders fan. Michael Hyde repping his Seahawks. You love to see it. Robert Bruce and his Patriots, sadly. LT Spears, go Lions. Hell yeah, forward down the field. The Detroit Lions taking on the LA Chargers later on today from SoFi Stadium. Crim's dad, Giants. Oh, RIP.
That is New York Giants now legend Crim's dad in the chat. Let's go, Crim's dad.
That's awesome. The Giants and Cowboys later on today. Jenkins Gaming says over-under on Marshall crying today. Listen, my guy Marshall Green's been through enough. I feel for him, man. Wears his heart on the sleeve. You got to love it. Best shoulders you'll see this side of the Mississippi, no doubt. Nobody else can rock that Giants quarter zip like Marshall Green. There is no doubt about it. He's also a guy that just gets buckets in everything he does. Vikings with the football. On 3rd and 1, Josh Dobbs runs for the first down into Saints territory across midfield, and that's what he can do with his legs. The product out of the University of Tennessee. The rocket scientist, Josh Dobbs, making it happen with his feet. All right, a reminder, our Super Chat competition. I don't think we have a lot of real ones in the chat because the soups aren't flowing in, and maybe that's on me. $5, we'll talk about your favorite team, and we're keeping a running tally. Every $5 is a point. And so we want to know which NFL team has the best fans. And it's real simple. We tally it up by the amount of Super Chats we get. And right now our leaderboard's looking a little thin. The Falcons, the only team that's repping so far on our NFL Daily Whip Around stream. They send in a $5 Super Chat. And so they lead it 1-0. Shout out to the real ones, the Atlanta Falcons. Dobbs' pass is caught. Powell made the reception, but there is a flag down. Let's see if the officials can sort it out. Kevin O'Connell already looking at his play sheet for what's next and sending it in to Josh Dobbs. Let's check in on our Vikings stream. That's where we pick up the one and only Patrick Seepman. Seeps, take it away.
Off. Josh Dobbs, I'm going to fight for around 6 yards. Keep using those, you legs, young fella. Keep using those, you legs, young fella. Going to pick up about 4 on that one. Everything was covered right there. Addison, I guess he kind of had Addison, but
Still like the play call. Still like the play call from my man Dobbs right there. Let's go. Cameron Jordan, his dad, Steve Jordan, Vikings tight end, a legend. They're showing his jersey in the Hall of Fame right now for the Vikings team. Here we go. Vikings all the way down to the 29. Good drive right now. They're going to go hand off to Ty Chandler. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Fighting for about a yard, bringing up a big-time third down here in Minnesota. Third down coming up. Let's go. Cam Jordan, they're showing him before the game, showing love to his dad. Showing love to his dad. Pretty cool stuff. You know, even though I hate the Saints, Cam Jordan's a pretty cool guy. Hate the Saints, Cam Jordan's a cool guy. Here we go. Almost 1,200 people with us. You guys are ready. It's the no producer showdown today, Buddy Bear. It's the no producer showdown today. We're going to do it a little better here like we always do. Josh Dobbs in shotgun. Here we go. He's got C.J. Ham to his left. He's got Bunch to his right. He's changing the play. He motions. Takes a snap. Saints only bring 3. Take off, Kig. He's under center. He's under pressure now. Josh Dobbs going to try to escape right. Still on his feet. He's making plays. Josh Dobbs finds T.J. Hawkinson, and he's carried Saints defenders all the way up to the Vikings 4-yard line. Tight those 15s. Josh Dobbs making plays with his legs, with his arms, whatever it may be. Here we go, Vikings. Pressure all over him. Escapes out of the pocket. Breaks a tackle. Finds T.J. Hawkinson. Let me tell you something, guys. This Josh Dobbs cat, let me tell you something. This Josh Dobbs guy, pretty good at football. We might have a quarterback here as we are in the Prize Picks Red Zone. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Josh Dobbs under center. He motions Jalen Naylor. They're going to hand off. Never mind. They go play action. He finds Hawkinson. Get in the end zone, big fella. Oh, he can't get it in. Vikings down to the 2-yard line. Clock running. Here we go. Set it up now. Set it up now. They want to play action right there. Ty Chandler in this football game. Love seeing Ty Chandler get some run. God, I even wonder if Josh Dobbs, he had him, if he would have let him a little more. The Pastronaut playing his ass off. Let's see Dobbs get a rushing touchdown right now, huh? Let's see Dobbs run it in. 10:25 remaining. Dobbs is Vikings going Wildcat right now. Ty Chandler in the backfield. Ty Chandler gonna run it in out of the Wildcat. Ty Chandler gets the touchdown for the Vikings. Type those 32.
My personal project is upgrading the
How about that? The Vikings score the touchdown. And I love what Seep said. The Pastronaut. Josh Dobbs. Vikings might be onto something. And I'm a big Kirk Cousins fan, but Josh Dobbs, he has stepped in brilliantly. And the Vikings go ahead. 9-3 extra point upcoming for Minnesota in an NFC showdown against the Saints. Or, I'm sorry, NFC-AFC showdown. No, NFC showdown. Yeah, all over the place. That's right, they had those epic playoff games. The Stephon Diggs one. And there you go. The Vikings take the lead over the Saints. And the Texans just scored as well. Tank Dell. C.J. Stroud, another touchdown pass to Tank Dell. Although it was mostly the yards after catch that made it happen. And that game is all squared away at 7. All tied up at 7. 10-0, San Francisco with the lead over the Jags. And Lawrence goes down again. He's sacked. Nick Bosa gets in on him, as does Chase Young. And that's what Niners fans were hoping for. Nick Bosa from one edge, Chase Young from the next, and the two converge on Trevor Lawrence. That is to a T. If you take the film of that play, you got Chase Young and Nick Bosa just converging on the quarterback at the same time. That is what Niner fans had in mind when they made that trade. There is no doubt about it. All right, 14-7 in Pittsburgh. The Steelers with the lead and the football at midfield. Pickett back to pass. Pressured, able to step out of it. Now rolls to his left, directing traffic, and will just tuck it and run for a couple of yards and live to play another down. Not a lot happening in the Titans-Buccaneers game. That score remains 3-0. But Will Levis has the football on 3rd and 12, checks it down for a short gain, short of the sticks, and the Titans will have to punt. Back to Heinz Field. No, it's not called that anymore. My apologies. Acrisure Stadium. That just rolls off the tongue. Toss to Najee Harris. Spins out of a tackle and then is wrapped up short of the yard to gain. On 2nd and 6, he picked up about 5. That'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Steelers. Shout out Jorge. Yeah. Jorge Rubio. Showing some love in the chat. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. This is a great spot to be on an NFL Sunday. We keep you up to date. We give you some live look-ins to some of our channel streams covering the games. And, of course, we're whipping around the NFL. It's the Chat Sports Whip Around, and that is why you subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and we've got you covered in all aspects. Niners with the football on 3rd and 6. Purdy back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Now has to evade the rush. Throws, and it's caught. Deebo Samuel for the first down, but a flag down. I think it's coming back. It's in the area of holding. As we switch over to Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Toss out to Ward. He gets the first down and then some into Packers territory. And here's the call from the official in the Niners game. Definitely a hold on Trent Williams. Oh, God. Trent Williams is just a mountain of a man. There's no other way to describe him. That man is massive. He's just like a roadblock sign. 3rd down and 15 for the Niners after the holding call. Shout out to the real ones that have already subscribed, but if you haven't, you can help us reach our next milestone of 345,000 subscribers. Purdy, back to pass, hit as he's thrown, and that will fall harmlessly. Oh, was it a fumble? Incomplete pass. Jacksonville acting like it's a fumble, but Purdy's arm clearly coming forward. Back out to Baltimore, 3rd and 8 for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Steps up, pressure over the middle, incomplete. And Lamar is lucky that one fell incomplete. The Browns were the nearest players in the vicinity, but the Ravens will be forced to punt it away. 2nd and 17 for the Steelers into Packers territory. Harris gets the call, plunges into the line, and picks up about 3. That'll bring up 3rd down and long for the black and yellow. Bengals with the football after Houston tied it up. It's all squared away at 7. Burrow, pass out to the left. It's caught. Or was it? No, only 1 foot down. 1. And only 1. 3rd down and 14 upcoming for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pickett in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his right. He'll look that way. Checks it down. Short pass. Caught at the 30, but makes a couple of men miss. And close to the first down marker is Hayward. 4th down and 1. Remember, Hayward was a little bit of everything at Michigan State. Running back, fullback, caught some passes, and he's playing a tight end for the Steelers. So that brings up 4th and 2. Pickett 7 of 8 on the day for 48 yards, but both touchdowns for the Steelers were rushing touchdowns. Back to Tampa Bay, where Baker Mayfield fires over the middle and finds Mike Evans for about 15 and a first down. Vikings leading 10-3. Saints with the football. Carr in the shotgun takes the snap. Steps up, evades the rush, now runs and is tripped up after a 9-yard gain. And that'll bring up fourth down. Let me know who's the real one in the chat. How we doing? We got 538 people watching, and we are chilling. Glad to have you on an NFL Sunday, week number 10. Shout out to everybody at Chat Sports that helps make the whip around possible. And shout out your favorite team in the comments. I got to know. Let me know. Field goal from the Steelers is good. They take a 17-7 lead with 8:08 to go in the second quarter before halftime. Back to Tampa Bay, where the Bucs are facing 3rd and 1. Ball on the 41-yard line. Baker in the shotgun, empty with 5 wide. Deep pass out to the left. It's caught. Mike Evans. First down into Titans territory at the 36-yard line. Mike Evans' body language seems visibly upset, but he got the first down. What's he looking for? I'm confused. He makes the catch and then goes out of bounds. I don't know what he's upset about. Third reception of the day for Evans for 51 yards. The Bucs on the move, trying to take the lead or at best tie it with a field goal. Play action. Mayfield's pressured, gets it out on a screen pass. Now room to run. Down the sidelines. It's a touchdown. Rachaad White. ASU legend. That makes Jack Lauderay happy. Rachaad White with the touchdown. And the Bucs take a 6-3 lead. 43 yards on the pitch and catch. And that was all White. Yards after catch, but Baker did a good job of getting it out as he was facing rush immediately. And that is how you dial it up if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rachaad White to the house from 43 yards out and moments away from the extra point to make it a 7-3 lead. It was an 85-yard scoring drive on just 6 plays. Extra point is good, and the Bucs have a 7-3 lead over the Tennessee Titans. 7-7 game between the Texans and Bengals. Stroud, deep pass is caught. Noah Brown reels it in around midfield. The Browns are driving, trying to find some life. Down 17-3. They're in Ravens territory. Let's check in on Petey and make sure he's still got a pulse.
First down, Cleveland. Span those ones.
That's what I'm saying. This game was never over.
Watson under center. Takes the snap, drops back. Watson throwing down the right sideline. Damn, him and Cedric Tillman just not on the same page as to where that ball should be thrown. It's incomplete.
Is Tillman getting crazy PT now, PD?
So Cedric Tillman, after DPJ got traded, who, by the way, fun fact, led all wide receivers in snaps and only had 8 grabs to show for. Cedric Tillman played a ton of snaps last week. Did not materialize into anything more than just 1 catch. But he's gotten a few targets today, and you can tell Watson and Tillman, Watson's kind of giving him directions of how to run the route. 2nd and 10. Watson in shotgun. Snap. It's a handoff on the draw, and Jerome Ford spins out of a tackle. Jerome Ford running inside the 20, inside the 15. Jerome Ford, let's go. First down, Brownies. Inside the Prize Picks red zone. Let's go. First down. Jerome Ford here is going to run into a whole bunch of traffic. He's going to spit himself out of it and then find the edge and turn on the gas. Nice stiff arm on the way on Stone. go. 1st and 10 Brownies. Watson in shotgun at the 14-yard line. Need six here. Snap to DeShaun. Watson flushed out of the pocket. There's going to be a hold on this. Incomplete pass. This will come back a hold, it looks like, on the offense.
Bad call by the officials.
So it'll be 1st and 20, Cleveland.
I didn't think this
at the Ravens 24.
I didn't really think it was that big of a hold, PD.
It's on James Hudson, making his first start of the season at right tackle. But Hudson working on Jadeveon Clowney, and that's...
I didn't think it was that big of a hold. I watched it live, and I saw him throw the flag at it. I'm like,
that seems soft. That seems soft.
Well, now DeShaun's going to have to do it through the air.
So 1st and 20 for the Browns, backed up just outside the red zone at the 24. Under center, DeShaun takes the snap, play action, dump off. This is caught by Elijah Moore looking for grass to run, and he's only going to find 3 yards worth of it. It's not a well-executed wide receiver screen. 2nd and 17.
I actually really like that play design, though.
Yeah, fake one way, go back to the short side of the field.
Just didn't work, unfortunately.
Watson today, 3 for 12, 40 yards, and 1 interception. Lamar is 6 for 9 for 81 yards. 2nd and 18. Watson in shotgun. Takes the snap. Got to make it 3rd and manageable. Watson climbing the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. He's only going to get 3 yards on this. And 2nd and 18 will turn into 3rd and 15. Rolly, let me ask you a question. If you get to 4th and 5 or less, do you go for it?
Ugh. It's still early in the game.
3rd and 16.
Depends. 4th and 3, I'm in. 4th and 5, I don't know.
So anything greater than 4th and 3, you're out.
Yeah.
I can get behind that, honestly. I am the king of take the points in the first half. 17-6 does not spark a lot of confidence into you, though.
Yeah, but you're not dead.
Watson in shotgun, empty set, 3rd and 16. Here's the snap. Oh, screen, caught by Njoku. That's not going to go anywhere. That's a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th and 12. Flag on the play.
Somehow be against the Ravens.
It could be a legal man downfield because of the screen, but I didn't see anyone get downfield too quickly.
They got rid of that screen relatively quickly.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Let's see what the call is. Illegal formation. You decline this? Yeah, you decline it. Penalty declines, so it doesn't matter, really.
The only concern I had was if it's even allowed to be declined.
Oh, for being a pre-snap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's declined. So the Browns are going to send out the field goal unit. Hopkins, 1 for 1 today. This one won't be quite as short. It was a 36.
All right, the Browns showing a little bit of life. Of course, if you're a Cleveland fan, you would love for them to get 6 there, but at least attempting a field goal to try to keep this from tinkering on the side of a blowout, maybe make it 17-6 before halftime there. Meanwhile, Minnesota trying to add to their lead with the football already up 10-3. And hey, we got a super chat. And that means a shout out to our super chat, Jack Lauderay. What a guy supporting the show. How about that? And he said, I want my Patriots to be number 1 on the leaderboard. And what do we mean by that? For every $5 in super chat, that is 1 point for your respective team. So here's how it works. You send in a $5 super chat. We'll talk about your team. And for every $5, that's 1 point. So reminder, $5, 1 point. We had a $5 super chat from a Falcons fan. That put Atlanta on the board. But with the $10 super chat, math not my strength, but I can handle this. $10 in super chats, that's that's 2 points. And the Patriots are now on top 2-1. And Jack, I don't know how much you want me to talk about your Patriots, to be perfectly honest with you, because it is a dumpster fire It is not good. No bueno. Belichick, his job might be in question. There were rumors that if they didn't win that game in Germany, he might not be the head coach anymore. I personally don't think you can do that. You can't fire a legend like Bill Belichick. Mac Jones was benched in that game against the Patriots for Bailey Zappi, the Western Kentucky Hilltopper. Bailey Zappi, are you kidding me? That's who gives you the best chance to win? Crazy. Things are not good in New England. But hey, they're leading our Super Chat competition, so they're not that bad. As the Vikings and the Saints are in a good one, 10-3, nearing halftime. And let's bring in Patrick Seatman.
Caught that. You got to challenge that, KOC. That's at least a catch down at the 1. Bare minimum, that's a catch down at the 1. Or are they saying he didn't maintain possession? Throw the damn flag, Kevin O'Connell. Minnesota's challenging. Let's go. Good challenge. All right, let's see if he maintains. So he catches it 1, up top, 1, 2, both are in. I don't know if that's a catch. That might have been a bad challenge. I don't know if that's a catch. Yeah, it hit the ground, Key Cocat. Yeah, never mind. I was saying challenge it. That's on me, guys. That's on me. Malik, I know. Malik, that's on me. No, that's on me. I know I was yelling. I was saying challenge it. Oh, my bad. I made Kevin O'Connell throw the challenge flag. Everybody boo me. Everybody boo me in the chat. That's not a catch. No, come on. Let me hear it. Everybody boo me. Come on. Boo me. Get the boos in the chat. I need to hear it. I need to be better. Get the boos. Come on. That's on me. That's my bad. No, it's not a good challenge. That is bad by me. Get the boos in the chat. I understand. Yep, you guys are spamming. I've been asking you guys to spam skull all day. The chat has never looked like this. Once I ask you guys to spam boo, now the chat's popping off. No, let me hear it. George, really, George? George, I don't even want to know if I want to throw your super chat on screen. George, really? George, go Vikings and boot. Come on. Let me hear it. I know, I suck. That's a waste of a challenge. That's on me. But
all right, we want to thank our sponsor for helping today's NFL Whip Around show happen, and that is Odds Are. oddsr.com/NFL Daily. Reminder that luck is not a strategy. That's right, because what if there was an app that used AI and machine learning to suggest smart sports bets? Well, there is, and it's called Odds Are. It's the mobile app you need. Know what bets of the day are the smart ones. So download the app, sign up for an account, and let the latest data analysis guide you through today's point spreads, money lines, and of course the over-unders. If you see green, that's a smart bet. Go ahead and make that bet. You see yellow, hey, you're on your own. And if you see red, don't touch it. Not even with a 10-foot pole. Stay away. Odds Are doesn't take your bet. It makes you better at betting. With Odds Are on your mobile phone, you're a tap away from making a smart play. It's smart betting made very simple, which is great for me. It's great for you as well. So find the Odds Are app in the App Store or on Google Play and get a 2-week free trial courtesy of your friends here at Chat Sports. And that's oddsr.com/NFL Daily. And here's how it works. It's on screen for you. You got the Lions and Chargers later on today. The value play is with the Chargers spread. They're getting 3 points at home at SoFi Stadium. So you see the green on the screen right there. Go ahead and make that bet. Red, stay away. Stay away. And with the over-under, you're on your own. So that's how it works. oddsr.com/NFL Daily and a 30-day free trial courtesy of your friends here at Chat Sports. Luck is not a strategy. So download the oddsr.com NFL Daily to download the Odds Are app. Vikings knocking on the door, trying to add to that lead, already up 10-3, and trying to go up 2 touchdowns. Let's check in on Patrick Seatman. Seeps, take it away.
Great pocket awareness by Dobbs. Makes a man miss. Vikings go up 16-3 on the back of number 15, Josh Dobbs. He is so much better than Derek Carr. He is so much better than Derek Carr. It's not even close. He is so much better. Josh Dobbs making men miss. Cam Jordan, where are you going? Carl Granderson, where are you going? Shake and bake, number 15 to the end zone. Type those 15s below. Oh, he skipped in there. Oh, he skipped in there, baby. Let's go. Oh, he hit him with the Heisman. He hit him with the Heisman. Oh, let's blow him out. Let's blow the Saints out of the water. This team can't compete. This team can't compete. This Saints team can't compete with this Vikings unit. Josh Dobbs, whoop. That's what he hit right here. He was running in the end zone, ball carried, whoop. Jumped on in there. Number 15's like that. You the man with the moves. Shout out to Dobbs. He's giving one of these to the crowd. He wants the 15s in the chat. He's giving the Jordan shrug. Josh Dobbs is giving the Jordan shrug. Let's go.
And Seeps is having himself a day. You got to love that if you're a Minnesota Viking fan. Up 2 touchdowns on the Saints at home. And maybe you found something with Josh Dobbs because he is looking comfortable. He's looking athletic. He's making throws down the field. And, oh, yeah, he can beat you with his legs as well, as you saw on that touchdown as he danced around Saints defenders and found himself in pay dirt for the Vikings' second score. Meanwhile, in Baltimore, 17-6 lead for the Ravens. They've got the rock, but let's get you out to Pittsburgh first, where the Steelers have a 17-13 lead over the Packers because the Packers had to settle for the field goal. And here's the screen pass to Warren. Was it behind the line of scrimmage, which would have been a fumble? That's what they're taking a look at right now. Warren did not come up with the football cleanly. It's a clear recovery for the Packers if, in fact, it is a backwards pass, meaning a fumble. Get you updated. Jags kicked a field goal to make it 10-3. 49ers still on top. The Bucs took the lead over the Titans with that Rachaad White touchdown at 7-3 Tampa. Texans and Bengals deadlocked at 7. And as we just mentioned, the Vikings all over the Saints by 2 touchdowns, 17-3. McCaffrey with the run for the Niners broke free initially, but then was tripped up. Picks up about 8. It'll be second down. And we've got a super chat coming in from George is amazing. I would agree. George is amazing. Hi, and he loves the Chiefs. Well, there you go. The Kansas City Chiefs also on their bye week after they beat the Dolphins. We got some Chiefs fans in the house. The one and only Tyler Jones, perhaps. And the Chiefs, they're on the bye week with the Miami Dolphins, who are also on the bye week. And the Eagles and Rams also on that bye week. But the Chiefs, they look like the team to beat in the AFC after a slow start offensively, but they're still winning games. And as far as Patrick Mahomes, he really hasn't been his best self this year in 2023, especially in that loss to the Broncos. But they got the victory against the Dolphins in Germany. I believe they are 7-2 on the season. Fourth and 2 for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson takes the snap, and he is going to be sacked. The Browns defense gets the stop. There is a flag down, so everybody hold it. But in the meantime, it's a sack by Tomlinson for the Browns with 4.5 to go before halftime. Looks like Myles Garrett's down, but it's a holding on the defense. That's a backbreaker for the Browns. You hate to see it. Saints with the football, down by 2 touchdowns. And a pre-snap foul against the Saints. False start Back them up 5 on 3rd and 6. That's costly because that makes it 3rd and long. Just a reminder, if you want your team to get a shout out on today's NFL Daily Whip Around, you send in a super chat. It's that easy. And for $5, we will talk about your team, wrap and chop it up for a little bit, as well as every $5 is a point for your team. And right now, the Patriots are leading. Our one and only Jack Lauderay sent in a $10 super chat. And we had a $5 super chat from the Falcons faithful. George sent one in, but got to get up to that 5 to get your team on the scoreboard. Here's Lamar Jackson, hands off. And a 6-yard run. 3rd down upcoming for Baker and the Bucks. 3rd down and 5 on the 46-yard line. Out to the right, incomplete, looking for Mike Evans. And good defense by the Titans. 2nd down and 4 for the Ravens. A little reverse, snuffed out by the Browns, nowhere to go. And tackled in the backfield, big loss. The Browns defense all over it. Back to Pittsburgh where the Steelers are facing 3rd down and 9. Pickett has to get rid of it. Incomplete. Looking for Hayward. It's 3rd and 11 for the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his left. And down he goes. Jackson sacked. Greg Newsome, the Northwestern product. Darius Smith as well in on the tackle. And that Browns defense, they've only given up the 1 offensive touchdown. The other touchdown for the Ravens was a pick 6. So they're showing they're just as good as advertised. 3rd down and 2 for the Niners. Purdy's under center. Hands to McCaffrey. Somehow keeps the feet moving. Are you kidding me? That's going to be close to a 1st down, but McCaffrey was bottled up in the backfield. And meanwhile, the Ravens' field goal is blocked. It's blocked by the Browns. A 55-yard attempt, and it's actually returned back into Baltimore territory. It was like a slow-motion looking play, but the Browns block the field goal. Not something you see very often. Anthony Walker picked it up and tried to return it and got some yardage there. And we got a super chat coming in from Godly Recon. Packers fan here, but it ain't our year. At least the Steelers are a fun team to watch. Great show. Keep it up. Hey, we appreciate it. Shout out to the realest of the real. And that gets the Packers on the board. And let me tell you, as somebody that follows the NFC North very closely, the Packers have owned that division for some time. But now, with the emergence of the Vikings and the Detroit Lions, well, the Vikings were a playoff team last year as well, but with the Lions really under Dan Campbell becoming the face of that division this year, by far the best team, and the Lions won in Green Bay for seemed like the first time in years. I'm a little bit worried about your Packers as well. Obviously, the departure of Aaron Rodgers. Is Jordan Love the guy to lead that team? Is Matt LaFleur the guy to lead the team as the head coach? Is his job in question? And I agree, one bad year doesn't negate everything that the Packers have accomplished over the years. But as a Packers fan, I'm sure it's tough to watch your team when you were on the top of that division and every bit a part of the conversation year in and year out without really getting it done. The one Super Bowl for Aaron Rodgers, I always felt like it could be more for the Packers, but they just could not get over that hump. That said, Lambeau Field, I mean, that's one of the best experiences in the NFL. You got to put that on your bucket list. It is one of a kind, beautiful stadium, like a football heaven. And oh, by the way, it's just in the middle of neighborhoods. You know, it's an experience unlike a lot in the NFL. So shout out to the Packers and shout out to Godly Recon for the $5 super chat. And reminder, that gets us going, $5, and we'll wrap it up about your team. And $5 is a point, and we're keeping track of who the realest of the real fans are and whose team is going to be at the top of the leaderboard at the conclusion of our Whip Around show here today. We got another super chat coming in, and how about it? It's a first-time super chat from Michael Fletcher Jr. Shout out to you, man. You never forget your first. That is for sure. Let's go, Miami Dolphins. Fins up. Yes, fins up. Come on, Dolphins fans. I know we're on a bye, but it's time to take over this leaderboard. That's what I'm talking about, and that gets me fired up because you guys know if you follow Dolphins Today by Chat Sports, that we love talking about our Dolphins. We've been doing it all year. Producer Jack and myself have been leading up the Dolphins content for the year, and it has been fun most of the weeks. Not every week. Last week, not that fun, although I think the Dolphins showed a lot of grit coming back from 21 down and having a chance to win that game. But Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert and company represent, in my opinion, the best offense in the National Football League. And with the addition of Jalen Ramsey on the defense, Bradley Chubb's playing at a very high level, at an all-pro level under first-year defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, I like where this Dolphins team is at after 9 games and into the bye week. So I know they've lost to the good teams and beat the bad teams, but hey, they will have a chance to prove themselves down the stretch, starting with the game in Week 11 next week against the Raiders. So shout out to the Dolphins. Shout out to Michael Fletcher Jr. Appreciate you tuning in. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Chat Sports TV, as well as, hey, if you're a Dolphins fan, man, Dolphins Today is your one-stop shop for endless Dolphins content. We'll have a video every day for you on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. And shout out to Michael Fletcher Jr. for getting the Dolphins on the board. All right, 49ers up 10-3 on the Jags, and on the move, we're going to check in with our 49ers report. Chase Sr., take it away.
Gonzo, by the way, I said 100, I'd do a beer bong. Gonzo got me, so halftime coming.
Beer bong for Gonzo. Man, if you got 7 here, 7 to start the third, obviously that's best case scenario. Yo, boy, Fortnite, congrats on 100K. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
So they called it grounding.
They called it grounding. But you actually, if you're a Niner fan, you want this to be a sack. Because then it's not a loss of down, and it's only the yardage for the sack. Let's see. They called intentional grounding. They said his knee is not down. So now it's going to be 3rd and 19. So you would have rather it have been, 2nd and long instead of 3rd and 19. Because now 26 seconds left. You are in field goal range for sure, but you can wipe out probably any hope of a touchdown here. I mean, you're at let's see where the officials spot the football here. They're going to put it between the 23 and the 24. So it's 3rd and 19, empty set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. This is going to be like a quick throw, I imagine, to try to get some blockers out in space. Exactly. Quick throw to McCaffrey. He tries to hurdle a guy, and it's going to make the field goal a little bit easier. And the time not on the Niners side either. So this play is going to bring the clock down to just a couple of seconds. And so Jake Moody will come out looking to make this a 10-point game. Kyle Shanahan calls his final timeout. Jags did a great job of bending but not breaking there. And that's the term that Kyle Shanahan used. That's what I used when I was on the Krug show. You know, the Jags have done a good job of bending but not breaking. They'll give up yards, some of the most yards in the NFL this year. But they have a top 10 red zone defense, not allowing opposing offenses to convert drives into the red area into touchdowns. 35-yard attempt for Jake Moody. You just never know.
Come on, Moody.
You just never know. They're going to try to ice him. 2 timeouts left for the Jags. He got a kick away. We're not sure if it was good or not. This is going to be from the right hash. Inside 50, Moody is 11 of 13 this year. Niners lady, was that the right call, intentional grounding? So they called it intentional grounding, but when I tell you there was maybe a blade of grass between Purdy's knee and the grass, that's how close it was. So because they called it grounding, they're not sure if his knee was down or not because it was that close, so they stuck with the original call. Not enough to overturn it. And Moody's kick originally was good. And then Doug Peterson called another timeout, and Moody's kick again was good. So this is going to be a third kick for Moody here. Nothing like some practice reps. If you miss this, you're just a fucking joke. Gina G, what up, Gina? Bowtie Chaplin, what's up, Bowtie? Can you call back-to-back timeouts?
That's interesting because I didn't think you could.
I didn't think you could either. That was a rule at one point, I think.
But I guess
Shanahan's not happy. If Jake Moody misses this, oh my gosh, just a disaster. You can't waste another drive. This is a chip shot. This is a 35-yard attempt from the right hash.
Come on, Moody.
There is zero wind. Zero wind. Come on, Moody. The kick is up. He sneaked it inside the right upright. It is good by the blade of grass that determined the intentional grounding on that play for Brock Purdy.
Hey, Moody gets it done. It might not have been pretty, but Jake Moody knocks it through, and the Niners are up. Oh, we just saw the replay. That was close. It's 13-3, and the Niners lead by 10 at the half, and that's a tough spot to be if you're – I should say that. Let me rephrase that. Jake Moody, you drafted him with your first pick of the draft. In the third round, and you just expect the kicker to be a little bit better than what he's been, especially with his college resume. He was so good for Michigan, but just hasn't found his rhythm yet. But I'm a Niners fan. I don't give up on Jake Moody. Meanwhile, the Browns also just kicked a field goal, and they're slowly but surely chipping away at that lead of Baltimore. It's down to a one-possession game now, albeit 8 points. It's 17-9. As the Browns just kick another field goal, and that one's nearing halftime. And how about the Vikings at home? Josh Dobbs, impressive. Just threw another touchdown pass to T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 24-3, folks. The Vikings just dominating the Saints in Minnesota as New Orleans has the rock. 5 seconds to go before halftime, trying to get into field goal range at least. And then in Cincinnati, Houston has the 3-point lead. And what a collision on special teams. Oh, my goodness. That was one of the hits that you used to see on those highlight reels back when you used to be able to hit. He lowers the shoulder, so it's a clean hit. Irvin was the kick returner, and my goodness. Wow. All right, final play of the half for the Saints. It's a screen pass, and tackled immediately is Shaheed. And that is how we will go to the break. Minnesota 24, the Saints 3. It's a statement from the Vikings in the first half, led by Josh Dobbs, who is getting it done. So let's get you some halftime scores. And while we do, shout out your team. Let me know who you're rooting for. 10-7, Texans leading the Bengals at the half. As I mentioned, the Vikings all over the Saints 24-3. The Bucs lead the Titans 7-3 at the half. Impressive right there for the Bucs, as they were trailing before that touchdown to put them up 7-3. Who else we got here at the halftime score? Packers and Steelers. Pittsburgh leading 17-13 in Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, another good one to keep your eye on, Jags and 49ers. Niners kicked that field goal right before halftime to go up by 10. And they're not quite at halftime yet, but as I mentioned, the Browns just kicked a field goal to make it a one-possession game, 17-9 in Baltimore. Let's read some of these comments. Want to say hello to everybody that's tuning in to the NFL Daily Whip Around, Week 10 in the National Football League. So glad to have you along. The Blue Diamond, asked who we got, Bengals and Texans. I've been really impressed with the Texans and C.J. Stroud, and the numbers he put up last weekend against the Bucs were impressive. But I've said, and I've been on record saying, the Bengals look like they might be the team to beat. The Bengals and the Ravens are two of the teams I've got my eye on as possibly Super Bowl contenders. And those two teams will play on Thursday Night Football to kick off week number 11 in the National Football League. So with that, I actually like the Bengals, even though they're trailing by 3 at the half. Just about ready to begin second half action between Tampa Bay and Tennessee. Pair of 3 and 5 teams doing battle at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield leading the offense onto the field for the first possession of the second half. Takes the shotgun snap, zips it out to Rachaad White in the right flats, who lowers his shoulder and picks up about 4 on first down. Make it second down and 6. And a little scuffle going on in the Browns-Ravens game. Of course, no love lost between those divisional opponents. And it's bottling up on the Browns sidelines right now. Lots of orange hats and a couple of Ravens guys in there. Right now, it kind of looks like a baseball fight, though. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving, nothing major. Let cooler heads prevail. A couple of big fellas over there for the Ravens. Big lineman numbers, 65, 76. That had to do with the Lamar Jackson hit out of bounds. He got hit pretty good there. It's a legal hit from Ford Jr., but, man, Jackson went flying. Shout out to the chat. Herman Mortimer saying, Brother Jake, unless Miami learns to actually beat winning teams, and soon we'll be one and done again. We're not playing mentally up to our physical talent. Hashtag fins up. Herman, you make a good point. You're not wrong, but I have seen enough to be optimistic about what the Dolphins can do in the second half of the season. So I know it hasn't come against good teams yet, but there's a level of optimism I have based on the direction of this team. And I know the offense isn't necessarily progressing the way we'd want, but this defense is coming into its own and finding its identity. And I'm going to take that second half sample against the Chiefs, where the Dolphins defense held one of the best offenses in the NFL, not statistically, but obviously with the weapons of Mahomes and Kelsey and company, off the scoreboard, and had a chance to win that game if it wasn't for the fourth down snap exchange between Connor Williams and Tua Tagovailoa. So I know it hasn't been pretty against good teams, and you're absolutely right. There's no doubt about it, Herman. You are absolutely right that this Dolphins team needs to show that they can beat good teams, and I think it's coming. And that's optimism, yes, but it's also based on analysis of the way this team can play and the potential that they've shown. All right, back to Tampa Bay. And yeah, you see it on your screen right there. You want your team to win, go ahead and like this video. We got over 600 people watching, but we only have 130 likes. So can we get to 200? Let's do it. We got the like clock coming up. And sooner rather than later, we want to see this video with 200 likes. So if you haven't liked the video yet, it costs you nothing. It takes less than 2 seconds, and we appreciate it here at NFL Daily by Chat Sports. So like that video. We've got a 1-minute timer, and then I'll shut up about it. Baker back to pass. Deep pass down the right. It's got a man. It's caught. Wow.
Hey, like the video, everybody. Let's get more NFL fans in here. Let's have some fun. It's Sunday, 1 o'clock slate. When you like the video, you know why you like the video?
Palmer making the catch, yes.
You know why you like the video? Because if you like the video, it gets pushed out to more people on YouTube that love the NFL. Let's get more NFL fans in here. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it. Watson going deep. Catch was made, but it was out of bounds.
We're at 160 likes. Let's get to 200. Clock's up. That's all right. But let's get those likes, and let's get to 200 likes. Let's do it as soon as possible.
Third down and 8 for the Cleveland Browns. DeShaun Watson in the shotgun. 30 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 49-yard line. Watson steps up over the middle. It's caught. First down. Moore gets across the yard to gain with a little extra juke. And that was an athletic play, and the Browns will take their second timeout. As who knows, we could be looking at I'm getting ahead of myself with only 22 seconds left in the half, but the Browns are moving, and they still have a timeout. And if nothing less, they can try to add on a field goal so that instead of an 8-point game, it becomes a 5-point game. So let's see what the rest of this first half entails with the Cleveland Browns-Baltimore Ravens game. Get you over to our Brown stream with Matthew Peterson. Petey, what's happening?
And 10. Watson lining up in shotgun. 18 seconds, 1 timeout. DeShaun takes the snap. 5-man rush. Rolls out of the pocket to the right, and he throws it away. Again, I said it before, but he is clearly playing through some sort of ankle injury because he just has no mobility once the pressure gets to him.
Yeah.
He's not able to run out to the flat and extend the play. Jadeveon Clowney just working on Garyon Christian that play.
He's made a lot of plays in this half.
Dude, Clowney is coming with pressure today.
He's sixth in the NFL in pressures, Petey.
Where was that last year? 3rd and 10. 11 seconds, 1 timeout. You can throw it anywhere you want in the field right now. 11 seconds. Snap to Watson. Can't take a sack. And he throws it down.
You just could not take a sack
And
there.
Watson was hit. Did not take the sack, but it's 4th and 10.
You try out Hopkins?
I think you got to try it.
60 harder?
Hopkins is going to come out. He's been so good this year. I feel bad because this could ruin a really nice stat for him.
Yeah.
But you got to at least try it. 7 seconds. If you don't get it, And DeShaun Watson is clearly laboring. This will be a 60-yarder. The Ravens are going to use their last timeout, I think. No? Yeah, they do. They use their last timeout to ice the kicker. And Watson's going to get a head start to the locker room.
Yeah, probably smart.
I mean, he got hit on the last play. Just no one open, really. And he gets hit at the end. So it's the left ankle giving Watson some issues right now. He's going to go to the locker room, tape that ankle up. Whatever you do, don't take the shoe off. That's the only thing keeping that ankle from blowing up like a balloon. But here's Dustin Hopkins for a 60-yard field goal.
Come on, Hopkins. If he makes this, he is officially the best D-Hop in the NFL.
Oh, he's already the best D-Hop, but this would make him the best D-Hop of all time.
Oh, okay.
And did Stefanski just call a timeout?
Did he? I think he did. How many did they have left?
The Browns only had one timeout left, I believe.
Oh, never mind.
So maybe the Browns are reconsidering this, and they want P.J. Walker to throw a Hail Mary instead.
They did just call a timeout, though.
I think Stefanski goes, I'm glad I had more time to think. They're going to go for the Hail Mary instead. And P.J. Walker will come out for the Hail Mary.
Honestly, I don't hate that. 60 yards?
Yeah.
There's a lot that could go wrong. Also,
if you don't, a 60-yard field goal might take 7 seconds.
I was going to say, there is a chance where Baltimore would have a chance at a Hail Mary themselves if you miss this. So
P.J. Walker, he's on for the Hail Mary. Hail Mary time for P.J. Walker from the Ravens' 42-yard line. Snap to Walker. 3-man rush. All the time in the world. Walker throws it down the field, and that's incomplete. Never even got to the end zone.
At least it took all 7 seconds.
So that's the end of the first half. Not pretty.
All right, so not exactly what the Browns had in mind for the way that first half came to a conclusion, but when you think, they kind of weathered the storm. I mean, that game began with a pick six and then a Ravens touchdown. You're in a 14-0 hole, so I think to have it down to one possession at the halftime break is a win in some sense for the Cleveland Browns. So second half beginning already for the Titans and Buccaneers. Mike Evans, I'll say it, inexcusably dropped a wide-open touchdown in the back of the end zone. I mean, there wasn't a defender within 5 yards. And Mike Evans is as good as it gets and as sure-handed of a wide receiver as you have in the NFL, just a bad drop. So the Bucs had to settle for a field goal. And meanwhile, the Texans driving on the Bengals early in the third quarter, already up 10-7, trying to add to that lead. C.J. Stroud just connecting. I didn't see who the wide receiver was, but a first down nonetheless as we get you back out to Pittsburgh where the Packers are on the move and trailing 17-13. And a good battle there. Hey, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe because we've got daily NFL content for you and your favorite team. Live shows, daily content. That's what it's all about, and it doesn't cost you anything. And we've got the pulse of the National Football League, and that is why you subscribe, my friends. It's really easy, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Niners with the football as that game's back in action in the second half. Purdy back to pass, going deep. He's got George Kittle, who's going to walk into the end zone, high-stepping and all. Looks around, there is no flag. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle to the house from Brock Purdy, and it's 19-3. San Francisco with the extra point pending. And what a throw by Brock Purdy and the matchup nightmare, a linebacker on George Kittle. That ain't going to work. And Kittle high steps into the end zone for 6. And Purdy was on the move. That's a good point by the broadcast. I'm going to steal that tidbit. Purdy was on the move there, off-platform throw, being pressured, and still delivered a strike to George Kittle for 6. Back to Cincinnati, where Houston has a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Already up 10-7. Stroud, back to pass. Back pedals, pressure, rolls out of it to the right, escapes, fires, end zone, caught! It's a touchdown! Did he stay in bounds? Oh, it's in the very back corner. Right now, it's Robert Woods for a touchdown. Robert Woods back from the dead. He's got to be 60 years old. But now we're seeing he may have stepped out. He for sure gets 2 feet down and controls the football. So now it's whether or not the back judge ruled he went out of bounds at any point. I don't think he did. And what a throw from Stroud. My gosh. C.J. Stroud to Robert Woods. I think Robert Woods was playing football when C.J. Stroud was born. All right, I got to stop being mean to Robert Woods. He just caught that in the back of the end zone. Now let's see if it stands. Illegal touching. So they did, in fact, rule that Robert Woods went out of bounds. It's a loss of down penalty as well, so that's a double whammy. You take away the touchdown, and now it becomes 4th down, and the Texans will have to settle for the field goal. That is brutal. That's tough, because that was a cool play. And it's not going to stand, but C.J. Stroud escaped the rush with his feet, threw on the run, and just delivered a strike to Robert Woods, who did a great job getting 2 feet down and maintaining the possession upon falling to the turf. But nonetheless, he apparently went out of bounds at some point. You can't, it's illegal touching, and you go out of bounds and then make the catch. So there you have it. 3rd down and 3 for the Packers. They set up a little screen pass and room to run down the left sideline. Tripped up as Jones nearly had a touchdown, but they get the 1st down anyways. And the Packers, in a game that saw Pittsburgh with the majority of the momentum in the first half, now all of a sudden Green Bay has hung around, and they're within striking distance. We got 173 likes on the video, but over 700 people watching. Shout out to the realists. Appreciate you all tuning in. And if you do me a favor, just smash that like button real quick. Make it happen. And that way we can get more people into the chat and talk more ball. What's better than that? More ball, more NFL action on the NFL Daily Whip Around Show. Sounds like a plan. Lord Buddy Bear is in the chat. Shout out to Lord Buddy Bear. Says the Niners are only up 17. I'm not impressed. Hey, the Niners, I know you're just messing around, but the Niners will take any win they can get, having lost 3 in a row. There is no doubt about it. Here's Love. Sets up the screen to Jones. It's snuffed out this time, though, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. He's broke a tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage. It was nearly a TFL, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Titans with the football now, trailing 10-3. Levis checks it down. There's caught. Spears breaks a couple of tackles and gets out near midfield. We are 20 likes away from 200. And what happens if we get 200? We go crazy. Yeah, exactly. 5 wide for Jordan Love. 3rd down and 9. They can still get a 1st down at about the 4. Love steps up, end zone, incomplete, way behind the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. I'm sure the Packers will kick it to pull within 1 for a chip shot field goal. 11 likes away from 200. How about that, sports fans? As Trevor Lawrence, back to pass, goes out to the right. He's got his man. It's caught near midfield. 28-yard pickup. Christian Kirk makes the catch. 31-yard attempt for the Packers. And the kick is good. Packers cut it to 1, 17-16. Is this going to be another ugly win for the Steelers? But, hey, you know what the saying goes. I'd rather win ugly than lose cute any day. They're still taking a look at this Robert Woods one. Remember that if you've been with us? Seemed like it was 10 minutes ago. But Robert Woods never went out of bounds. That's a bad call. But it's not overturned, so the Texans will have a 22-yard field goal attempt, and it is good, making it 13 to 7, the Texans leading the Bengals. All right, 2nd down and 6 for the Jaguars. I'm sorry, the Jags. I know that's a point of contention around here. As Jacksonville with the football now facing 3rd down and short. We got to 200 likes. Go crazy, everybody. Go crazy. I'll be able to sleep tonight knowing we got to 200 likes. For 200 likes, producer Jack just gave me the green light, said I can do an espresso shot. That's a big deal for me. And meanwhile, we've got an interception thrown by Trevor Lawrence. He was getting chased down by Nick Bosa, and Lawrence tried to dump it off. It went through the hands of the intended receiver, and Mufungo's right there for the interception. All right, espresso shot for 200 likes and for the Niners getting an interception. Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Yeah! 200 likes! I'm going to start doing a lap around the building. Now we're talking. All right. We've been talking about everybody's favorite teams, but now let's take it one step further. Who's your favorite player? You got to let me know in the comments. Josh Dobbs is making a case for it. I love the resiliency he's shown in his career. And then to just hit the ground running in Minnesota, that's pretty cool. But as the host of Dolphins today, I will tell you my favorite player is Tua Tagovailoa. Right there with him. I love me some Jalen Ramsey, Bradley Chubb on the defensive side for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, of course. How about Raheem Mostert leading the NFL in total touchdowns? Big Jalen Waddle fan as well. Joe Burrow, back to pass, breaks one tackle, still being pressured, and down he goes. He's sacked. The Bengals offense can't get anything going. Let me know in the comments who your favorite player is. Kittle and Kirk. Thinking George Kittle and Kirk Cousins? Or Christian Kirk? Probably Christian Kirk. DeMarcus Ware. All right. There you go, Ryan Kennedy. I would not have guessed that. Jenkins Gaming's big Micah Parsons fan. Yep, you got to love Micah. Martin Hassel says Tua is the best quarterback. To me, go Dolphins next week. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. All right, the Vikings in the red zone trying to add to their lead. So let's check in with Patrick Seatman, where Minnesota has a 24-3 lead, trying to add more to it. Seeps.
He's going to roll left. He's got pressure in his face. He's just going to have to throw this one away. Tries to find Madison. Going to be incomplete. Vikings are probably going to have to take 3 here. Vikings are going to probably have to take 3 here. Greg Joseph going to come out.
Josh Dobbs just had pressure in his face, tried to throw it to Madison, wasn't going anywhere anyways. "33-yard here, field goal attempt coming from my man Greg Joseph. Yeah, we'll take 3. I mean, you clear some clock, take 3, on to the next drive. Saints can't score anyways. Greg Joseph kicks it, kick up and good. 27-3. Spam those Gregs. We're killing them. We're killing them. Josh Dobbs is killing them. Vikings are a good football team. Derek Carr is trying to motivate his players on the sidelines. What a scrub.
All right, you got to love the passion from Seeps there. And Vikings, look at that score, 27-3, all over the Saints after that 33-yard field goal attempt. And how about the 49ers? Because a lot of people were talking, and I know there's still plenty of time, but a lot of people were talking about this Jags team as the up-and-coming team to beat. And, the Niners have lost 3 in a row, but so far so good for San Francisco, up 20-3. Kittle just had that long touchdown, and now the ball at midfield for Brock Purdy and the Niners. And down he goes on 3rd down, though. Purdy is sacked, and it's only a loss of 1, so that'll bring up 4th down and 5. We'll see if Shanahan and the Niners decide to go for it. They really didn't lose much there. All right, if you're wondering who is on the top of the leaderboard, it's the New England Patriots, courtesy of that $10 super chat, because reminder, every $5 in soups is a point for your respective fan base, and the Patriots may have taken the L on the field today, but they're on top of our leaderboard. And who else is showing out? The Falcons, Packers, and Dolphins. I know we got more, though. Get your team up on the board. Here's how it works. A $5 super chat, and we will talk about your team. And for every $5 in soups, that earns you a point. So again, I'm no mathematician, but a $10 super chat gets you 2, 15, 3, and so on and so forth. But let's get those soups going, because I know we need to represent the realest of the real out there and the best fan bases in the NFL by way of the super chat. So let me know who your team is and whether or not you want to send in a super chat to get your team on the board.
We know NFL fans are incredibly loyal, and they want their teams to win on and off the field. So, prove that your team's the best. Let's do it. Let's roll. Let's ride.
13-7. Houston has the lead over Cincinnati. And the Texans are driving after the pass interference call. They've got the ball inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Stroud's in the shotgun with 5 receivers. Cincinnati brings pressure. Stroud gets rid of it over the middle, and it's caught. First down inside the 5. Singletary out of the backfield made the catch. I beg your pardon, he was lined up in the slot. And that was a blitz beater because Stroud saw the pressure, checked it down right away to Singletary, and he was able to scamper for the first down. And Stroud looks like a seasoned vet under center, or calling the signals, I should say. He's been in the shotgun quite a bit. But here we go. 1st and goal for the Texans from the 5. A little toss to Singletary on the right. Cuts it up, and he's in. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary finds pay dirt, and it's 19-7. Houston over the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. This is shocking. The Texans might really be for real. And I'm eating my words because I was crowning the Bengals. But how about that? Still time in this one, but my goodness. Houston with all the momentum right now as we get you back to Tampa Bay, where the Bucs are clinging to a 7-point lead, 10-3. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tampa Bay knocking on the door, ball at the 22. Baker out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fires over the middle. It's caught at the 5, and Mike Evans makes up for it. Gets into the end zone, carrying not one but two Titan defenders. And Mike Evans makes up for the drop with a 22-yard touchdown reception. He's over 140 yards receiving for the day, and now has a touchdown to go along with it. Mike Evans, ladies and gents, puts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the driver's seat, up 16-3. He caught that ball at the 5-yard line and would not be denied. Just carrying Titan defenders into the end zone. Big Mike Evans, he still got it, folks. He still got it. Extra point is up and good. 17-3, Tampa Bay leads Tennessee. Third quarter underway in Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson fires over the middle. He's got his man into Browns territory. Flowers makes the catch. His fourth catch of the day. He's got 62 yards receiving. Found the soft spot in the zone. As you see Newsome pass him off. But a nice strike delivered by Lamar Jackson. But my goodness, the Texans and Vikings, you got to give them, still plenty of time in that Texans-Bengals game. Same with the Vikings-Saints, but I've been impressed. Here's Jackson over the middle. It's caught. Odell Beckham Jr. untouched into the end zone. And the Ravens strike back. First catch of the day. 40 yards for the score. Odell Beckham Jr. That makes it 23-9 Baltimore. He just beat his man on a slant. Perfect pass from Lamar. And Odell did the rest. Carrying the football like palming it and just running. But when nobody's around you and you're untouched in the end zone, why not? That makes it 24-9 with the extra point. Baltimore back in the driver's seat. Out to Pittsburgh. Packers on the move. Love's pass over the middle. Caught. Inside the 20, across the 15. It's Musgrave. Pickup of about 32.
All right. Jake, I'm going to make a deal with everyone, okay?
Oh, Jack Lauderay making the deals.
I have to run to the bathroom.
Good luck.
I'm going to fill up my water bottle. Okay?
All right.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little shot clock. Every $5 super chat that comes in while I'm gone is a shot of tequila that I will take.
Oh,
all right?
Bringing out the tequila.
I got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. I got to fill up my water bottle. So any $5 super chat from the time I leave to the time I get back is a shot of tequila starting right now.
And here we go. Send in those super chats if you want Jack Lauderay to take some shots of tequila. Just saying tequila gets me going. As we get you back out to Jacksonville, where Calvin Ridley may have just forced a penalty against the 49ers. Ward might be the guilty party. Let's see. A lot of contact in the secondary. Lawrence took a shot as well. And it's roughing the passer. Nick Bosa. He just buried Trevor Lawrence. He brought him down onto his body, but nonetheless, I don't understand how the NFL is officiated. I really don't. All right, here we go. Back out to Pittsburgh. 3rd and 5 for the Packers. Ball on the 10-yard line. They can still get a first down. Love's pass. Incomplete. Looking for Musgrave again. And it's probably going to be a field goal. Here's Joe Burrow for Cincinnati, trying to get the offense going. He'll do it himself. running with the football before he's brought down, but he picks up a first down across the 40 for the Bengals. Fourth down and 5 now for the Packers, and the field goal unit is on to put Green Bay in front as they trail by 1, 17-16. Just a chip shot, about a 32-yarder, and it's right down the middle. And so 3 field goals for the Packers after the touchdown makes it 19-17 in favor of Green Bay, leading the Pittsburgh Steelers, that one going down to the wire. Meanwhile, in Jacksonville, they're reviewing whether or not Christian Kirk made the catch. And here was the replay of that play with Jacksonville with the football down 20-3. It's a long pass out to the left, and Kirk came back at the 10-yard line to try to funnel it in. Initially ruled a catch on the field, but let's wait and see. And as I take a look at the slow-mo replay, it does look like Kirk's arms come underneath because it was very much underthrown. And back out to Cincinnati, where the Bengals are in desperation mode, trailing 20-7 to the Houston Texans. Who saw that one coming? Certainly not me. Burrow in the shotgun. We got 730 people tuning in. Shout out to the realist. Burrow checks it down. And a short gain. So producer Jack is back in the studio, and I got good news or bad news, depending on how you want to look at it. The good news is you don't have to take any tequila shots. The bad news is no super chats coming in. So, hey, I get it. You guys don't love me. I love you guys. I love you all, but it's okay. All right, back out to Minnesota, where the Saints are facing 4th and inches. Jameis Winston into the game now. And it's a first down. Not sure what happened to Derek Carr, but he's going into the injury tent. We'll try to keep you updated on that. Oh, what a catch! And Jameis Winston comes in and finds Chris Olave for the catch. How did Olave bring that down? I mean, he climbed the ladder and somehow, some way got 2 feet down in the back corner of the end zone. That is a dynamic catch, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my. Wow. I mean, Jameis Winston put that ball in the back of the pylon, and Olave somehow, some way came down with it. Incredible. I mean, that's one of the highlight reel plays you're going to see on highlights from time to time. Wow, what a catch from Olave. 2-point conversion attempt. It's good. All right, so 27-11 in the third. Makes it a 2-possession game, down 16 albeit. But nonetheless, a spectacular pitch and catch from Jameis Winston to Chris Olave. All right, we got some bots in the chat, and we hate that, so type those B's to block them out of there, like you see Chat Sports doing. Shout out to producer Jack all over it. Also, is everything okay? I saw you run out of the studio. Oh, there we go. All right. We're all good then. You love the hustle and cross-training from producer Jack. He's all over it, folks. Oh, my goodness. The Niners forced a fumble. Jacksonville stopped playing because they didn't think it was a fumble. And it's a touchdown. Ambry Thomas. Trevor Lawrence tackled him like 5 yards deep in the end zone. Oh, that was a weird play. I'll try to break this down. Maybe our very own Chase Sr. Let's go get the explanation from him.
Nobody touched him down. That is going to be about a 95-yard scoop and score touchdown for Ambry Thomas. And then Lawrence tackled him in the end zone. That should be a penalty. That's a touchdown.
Let's go!
San Francisco! So I saw somebody comment saying Michigan players suck. I disagree. That play did not suck. Ambry Thomas ripped it out from the grasp of Christian Kirk, got up, and had the awareness of, I wasn't touched. I'm going to run. He did. And the Niners are going to go up 26-3. And it is going to be a penalty on Lawrence, as I said. He tackled him about 3-4 yards deep into the end zone. Walter Grant, a $10 super chat. We'll catch up on any others that we got as well, Chip, if there are more. Walter said, Kyle Shanahan said key to the game was winning the turnover battle. Looked like we're doing.
What a wild play in the 49ers game. And I got some wild plays for you that aren't that wild because they're calculated. That's right. What if there was an app that used AI and machine learning to suggest smart sports bets? Well, guess what? There is, and it's called Odds Are. It's the mobile app you need to know what bets of the day are the smart ones to make. So download the app, sign up for an account, and let the latest data analysis guide you through today's point spreads, money lines, and of course the over-unders. If you see green, that's a smart bet. Go ahead and make that bet. You see yellow, well, be cautious. You're on your own there. And if you see red, don't even think about it. Odds Are doesn't take your bets. No, it makes you better at betting. With Odds Are on your mobile phone, you're a tap away from making the smart play. It's smart betting made simple. So find the Odds Are app in the App Store or on Google Play. And for being a Chat Sports friend of the program, that's right, you get a 2-week free trial, and it's just $10 a month after that. The casinos and sports books you want to bet, Odds Are wants you to win. So go get it. That's right, oddsare.com/NFL Daily for a 30-day free trial for being a Chat Sports subscriber. And here's how it works. It's on the screen right there. All you have to do is find those green bets, because the green bets are the winning plays. Make those winning plays. Green means go ahead and make that bet. Yellow, just a little cautious. You're on your own there. And the red means stay away. So, how about this Lions-Chargers game this afternoon? AI and the Odds Are app likes the Chargers with the 3 points that they're getting at home. So, go ahead and make that bet. In fact, with Odds Are, it's betting made smarter. Oddsare.com/NFL Daily for a 30-day free trial. Once again, that's oddsare.com/NFL Daily for a 30-day free trial. And as we get you updated on the latest, it's the Tennessee Titans trailing by 2 touchdowns now after that Mike Evans touchdown for the Bucs. But they are on the move, down 17-3. Will Levis fires out to the left. It's caught inside the 10, tackled out of bounds at about the 7. And now we will check in with our Titans stream. And that's where Jace Andrews is standing by. Jace, can the Titans pull within a touchdown here? Let's find out. Over to you, Jace.
DeAndre did the strapped. It bounced in the air, and 2 Bucs players converged and were catching it, and Hopkins punched it out. So it was intended for Okonkwo. He hit it in the air. It was caught by a Bucs player, and then Hopkins punched it out. Yeah. Isn't it Kobe Dean? No, not Kobe Dean. Just Dean. Kobe Dean plays for the Eagles. What am I saying? What a freaking play by DeAndre Hopkins. 2nd and goal now. Henry back in. Motion Chris Moore across the field. They're going to hand it to Henry, nowhere to go. Offensive line couldn't block. 3rd and goal now. Can't settle for a field goal. Offensive line got no push. Jeez. 3rd and goal. Will Levis in the shotgun with nobody there. They're at the 9.5. Dropping back. Steps up. Throws. End zone. Phillips too far. 4th and goal. You're going to kick a field goal.
Oh, the pain is real for Jace Andrews and the Titans. They're unable to get it on 3rd down and goal, and that means the field goal unit will come out with 13 minutes and change to go in the 4th quarter. So bummer for the Titans, but what game you want us to dial it in now as we get into the closing minutes of these early games in the 1 o'clock hour? Let us know what you're thinking, and we will direct our attention to that. Niners have a pretty good hold on this game against the Jaguars, although they must have ruled back that fumble recovery for a touchdown because it's still 20-3. And I think the Texans and Bengals game has some real potential. Packers and Steelers also very close, so we can dial it in on that as well. But, hey, you guys call the shots. That's what we're here for at Chat Sports. That's why you love us. That's why we love you. Chat Sports TV is where you subscribe. So Alan wants us to zero in on the Saints. Hey, we could do that. Is my guy Trizzy Trace running the Saints stream? Can we go on over to him? Let's make it happen. We'll send you over to the one and only Trizzy Trace Gerard. He's got the Saints call.
A touchdown if he didn't stop, man. Did a good job of waiting for Olave to make his move, and Olave just backpedaled. He wasn't going to catch it. Headley's out to punt. Three seconds to snap it. They get it off. Headley punts the ball away. It's a nice punt. Gets to the 40 of the Vikings. Powell is going to just run right out of bounds. Let's go Saints. Type S, baby. Type S. Josh Dobbs is going to come back out on the field. Type S. And if you want the Saints to win, I need you to subscribe today. Brandon Jasper, $2 super chat. Number 4, let's hope DC is okay. Get the W, Saints. Go win, man. Whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. Whatever it frickin' takes. Come on. Let's get there. Let's keep going. Climb. Make that number climb. Make that number climb. Keep going. Let's pump this number up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. If you want to win, sub for Saint Stubbs. Anything is possible in the NFL. Anything is possible in the NFL. Sub for Saint Stubbs. Let's go. Let's go. Dobbs. He's going to, oh my goodness. High pass. Almost picked. 2nd and 10. Come on, defense. Sub if you want an interception.
All right, there you have it from Trizzy Trace Gerard. You got to love the passion. His Saints in a world of hurt, down 27-11. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel getting loose on the reverse, and he will score. That's a touchdown for the 49ers. Deebo Samuel can do it all. And how about that? The Niners go up 26-3 after the rushing touchdown from Deebo. It's 26-3, San Francisco. That one from 18 yards out. And meanwhile, the Browns, they're knocking on the door. This game's not over. 24-9. Let's get you over to Matthew Peterson. Take it away.
Watson is under center. Bunch formation. And the Ravens call their first timeout of the half. Okay. Ravens were not expecting a heavy personnel by Cleveland.
Teams just exchanging timeouts.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Rudder pass. What do you guys do here? 3rd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
We'll show TJ Showman golf.
Let's go, Brownies. Late to the party because of work, but happy to feel the hype from you, Petey. TJ Showman Golf, happy to have you here, buddy. For TJ just tuning in, let's get a touchdown. How does that sound, everyone?
I think that sounds great.
TJ, if you hit me up on Twitter, at Matthew Petey, I'll write you a letter for the $10 super chat. Take some water here. 3rd and 2. Runner pass. I would run it. Nick Harris lines up at fullback. Kareem Hunt is the running back. They've got an extra tackle on the field as well. Watson hands it off to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is going to get the first down. Touchdown, yes. Kareem Hunt picks up 3 yards and 6 points. Let's go. Browns back to a 1-score game potentially. Trailing 24-15. Down by 9. An extra point makes it an 8-point game. Go for 2, and you can make it a 7-point game. But if you don't get it, it's a 2-score game.
I don't hate going for it now, PD.
Because you know then what you need.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't want to go for it at the end, not get it, game's over. But if you go for it now, then you know, we're going to need to score
we need 2 scores, yeah. You can play it a little bit different. They got to reset the play clock.
Come on.
Play clock's at 2 seconds. 1 second. 1 second. Is this going to be a timeout or a delay a game? Or are they going to bump the play clock? They never reset the play clock. Watson, Stefanski is livid. If they truly just did not reset the play clock, reset it and let's go. If this is a delay game, you just have to kick the extra point.
What are they calling here?
The play clock hit 0. Let's see if they say, clock operator, please reset the play clock. Yeah. Harbaugh's furious. Harbaugh, the play clock operator works for the Ravens. So tell your own man to reset it.
Hey, John, how about you worry about your cheating brother?
Let's go. Reset the play clock. Now we're ready to roll. 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 7-point game. Snap to DeShaun Watson. Empty set. Watson stepping up. He's going to run it in for 2. Let's go. Yes. Watson jogs it in. 7-point game. 24-17 bad guys. Ravens are going to get the ball back with a few minutes left in the 3rd quarter, but a very long touchdown drive capped off with a Kareem Hunt 3-yard rush and a DeShaun Watson successful 2-point conversion. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Should we tell the good folks, Rolly, about our friends at Game Time? Okay, because I think all of a sudden people might want to go to this Browns-Steelers game next weekend. Maybe, baby. All right, guys, like I've been saying.
Whoa, what do we have here in Baltimore but a brand new game after the Browns score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. And don't look now, but just a 1-score game, 24-17. The Ravens boat raced the Browns at the beginning of the game, but credit Cleveland. They hung around, chipped away, and now entering late into the 3rd quarter, we've got a whole new game after the Browns scored the touchdown. Kareem Hunt rushed it in, and then DeShaun Watson ran in the 2-point conversion to make it 24-17. Back to Cincinnati in a game that also is getting very, very interesting as the Texans has surprised a lot of people. They were up 20-7, but Joe Burrow connected with, 20-10. Joe Burrow connected with Jamar Chase for a long score to make it 20-17. That's where it stands now, but the Texans are driving, trying to add to it. Up 20-17. It's 2nd down and 10. Into the red zone for the Texans. 2nd down and 10. CJ Stroud under center. Bunch formation to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Singletary, the lone setback. He gets the call. Off left tackle, makes a man miss. Inside the 10, tackled, and I think he's got a first down at about the 8-yard line. Out to Pittsburgh. Steelers with the football. They've regained the lead, 20-19. It's Najee Harris. Left tackle, he's got room to run. Out across midfield before he's finally brought down. And the Steelers are on the move. And reminder, if you haven't subscribed, you got to help us reach our next goal. It would mean the world to me. And we are pushing closer and closer to that 345K mark. We're at 344,537 right now, and we got to get to 345. Would love to make that happen today. So if you haven't yet subscribed, takes 2 seconds, doesn't cost you anything, and it allows you to have endless daily content of NFL and all the action that's going on in the National Football League. That's what NFL Daily and Chat Sports is here for. So help us reach that goal of 345. You can subscribe at youtube.com/chatsportstv. And CJ Stroud, he can do it with his arms, and he's showing he can do it with his legs. He just runs it in for the touchdown. As the great Jeremy Chugg says here, CJ Stroud, yeah. The rushing touchdown and the extra point is good. That makes it 27-17. And you can't say enough about the C.J. Stroud cat. Wow. He has been good. Meanwhile, Kenny Pickett back to pass too far. Looking for Pickens. Back to Tampa Bay, where it's 17-6. Baker Mayfield flushed out of the pocket on 3rd and 6, trying to run for the first down. And he will, and then casually stroll out of bounds to keep the chains moving and try and put this one on ice for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker, not the fleetest of foot, but can run well enough on plays like these where the pocket breaks down and nobody's open downfield, and Baker said, no problem, I'll do it myself. So a lot of close games going down to the wire. Ravens and Browns just got really interesting. And the Texans are in the driver's seat. So let us know which game you'd like us to focus on. The Niners all over the Jags, 27-3. They're dominating. Bucks with the football up 17-6. They're into Titans territory. Ravens with the 7-point lead. They are driving as Lamar Jackson finds his tight end. Andrews into Browns territory. And Steelers-Packers, obviously really close as well, 20-19. That one could be who's got the football last. Here's the handoff in the Bucs game. Staying on his feet is Edmonds, picking up the first down. Out to Baltimore. That's where the Ravens are on the move. And first down from the Browns 40, picks up about 2. We'll give you a live look in on our Browns channel, Ravens-Browns, in a great game. Let's check in with Matthew Peterson and the Browns.
Myles Garrett and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah coming together for the sack. JOK and 95.
There's an injured timeout, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bit of a stoppage here. Myles Garrett getting over 10 sacks with that last one.
10 sacks in consecutive seasons. That's 7 straight seasons. Good for him,
Yep.
man.
That'd be 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I guess he had 17, 18, my bad. And there's some sort of stoppage here.
Quick timeout here. Let's see.
They didn't really show an injury.
They're saying Grant Delpit was injured on the play.
Oh, God. Grant Delpit's injured on the play. I hope he's okay. I mean, that is a very short list of players you just cannot proceed without. Delpit's on that short list of players.
Delpit was in on that sack, too. He got the initial pressure from the center, and it made him step up.
how serious the Grant Delpit injury is. So Delpit and Juan Thornhill are going to be out.
All right, a good one in Baltimore between the Browns and the Ravens. And hey, if you like what you see, you got to show us some love, and it's real simple. Like the video, it takes less than 2 seconds, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us out immensely. So we appreciate that. Let's get up to 250. We are very, very close. We're at 230 right now. And we got 700 people watching. So no reason we can't get to 250 right now as All-Pro Fred Warner just intercepted Trevor Lawrence. You got to love that if you're a Niners fan. If you're a Jags fan, tough day. Tough day for Jacksonville as a pretty big matchup. And for you to flop at home like that, that's a tough scene because a lot of people were liking what they were seeing in Jacksonville. And the Niners were coming off a bye, but coming off of 3 straight defeats prior to that. Meanwhile, Cincinnati in a little bit of trouble, down 10 in the fourth quarter. Burrow with the ball, finds his man out to the right. It's Boyd, and that's a first down to keep the chains moving. First down and 10. 10-point game, 27-17, but the Bengals are on the move. Tampa Bay trying to go back up by 13, attempting a field goal from 35 yards out, and it is good. With 7:01 to play, the Bucs back on top by 13, 20-6. So we've got some good ones here on this Week 10 NFL whip around. Burrow checks it down to his tight end. Sample picks up about 9. Yeah, let's check in on Steelers-Packers. That's a good one. And the always entertaining, never lacking enthusiasm and passion, Jack Sperry. Let's see what's going on the Steelers stream.
No, Pack, no! Jordan Love blows.
If Elijah Riley could have made that tackle.
Yeah, you want to see ER make that play there, but hey, Steelers getting the football. And you know what? If you get a touchdown, go 4-2.
No.
Put this game away.
No doubt.
Punts away. Calvin Austin catches it at the 33. Steelers will have a good field position here. Come on, baby. Keep feeding Najee. Keep feeding Jalen Warren. Let's go. If you haven't subscribed already, this is the perfect time to do so. We're trying to get to 36,500 subscribers before the end of today's stream. And by the way, we're just about 50 likes away. 50 likes away from Sperry Chains. It's getting a little hot in here, Coop. It's getting a little hot in here.
Before we do that, tell them about our daily fantasy partner.
All right, let's talk about one of our sponsors today at Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use our code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100 today. And let me tell you, man, this is the most fun app.
Hey, there you go. It's getting interesting in Pittsburgh. As Jack Sperry and Coop told us, instead of go Pack go, it's no Pack no. That's what the Steelers fans are cheering on. But Steelers about to get the ball back, already up 20-19. And the Niners continue to pour it on, already up 27-3. How about a little bit more for good measure? Brock Purdy finding Kyle Juszczyk for the reception. Kyle Juszczyk getting into the end zone for the 49ers, and they are just dominating the Jags on the road, no less. Oh, the 49er faithful, gotta love that. It's a party for the faithful, but away from the Bay in Jacksonville, from the West Coast to the East Coast. There you go.
Hey, Jake.
What's up, Jack?
Alan is asking, what happens if he donates? You want to tell him about the little competition we got going on right now?
Well, absolutely, Alan. I would love to because we are fueled by the American competitive spirit, and that means we've got a good competition going for $5. We'll talk about your team, and for every $5 raised in Super Chats, that's a point for your team. And at the end of the day, we're tallying up who has the most points. And right now, our leaderboard suggests the New England Patriots are the realest fans out there, which is kind of hard to believe because, all due respect, no offense, their team sucks. But they've got 2 points right now. Falcons with 1, the Packers with 1, and the Dolphins with 1 out there. So show us some love via the Super Chat so we can keep the lights on here at Chat Sports and keep bringing you the best NFL daily content out there. And we do it with your help and your support. More importantly, you get your team up on that leaderboard and get them in the lead. Right now, a $15 Super Chat will put your team in front because that'd be 3 points. It's that simple.
I'm going to add on to that, too. Every $5 Super Chat, I'll take a shot of tequila. Fourth quarter special, $5 tequila shots.
All right, there you go. Jack ripping tequila shots. Jack Tequila Lottery. And there you go. First down for the Steelers. Move the chains. Warren gets out to the Steelers' 45-yard line. H-Town saying, do you think they regret not picking C.J. Stroud with their first pick? Probably talking about the Panthers. Of course they do, at least right now. I mean, Stroud's looked amazing. Jameis Winston finds Chris Olave. And all of a sudden, this Saints-Vikings game might get kind of interesting. Jameis Winston, now reminder, Derek Carr went into the injury tent after suffering, or rather receiving quite the bone-crushing hit. No exact diagnosis on the injury. As we've got a wild play in the Baltimore game, a muff punt by the Browns, and the Ravens recover at the 12-yard line going in. And oh my, that's a back-breaking mistake by the Browns punt returner. But with the Saints on the move, we're going to take you over to our Saints stream where Trizzy Trace Gerard is calling all the action. Trace, take it away.
CLNS, use promo code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. I'll get that link in the live chat for you if you want to check it out. I highly encourage you. It's a lot of fun. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Go check it out. Check it out. 3rd and 8. Got trips to the right. Winston changing stuff at the line. 6 seconds on the play clock. Winston takes a snap. Pressure's nice. Protection's nice. Winston's going to throw across the field. A.T. Perry! That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. A.T. Perry, touchdown. A.T. Perry, jump ball, touchdown. A.T. Perry, jump ball, touchdown. A.T. Perry, jump ball, touchdown. Scary Perry. Oh, my God, I'm lightheaded. Oh, my God, I'm lightheaded. A.T. Perry.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise. I know this is hard to hear, but it's...
Jameis with the miracle ball. A.T. Perry does what you drafted him to do. Climbs the ladder. Contested catch. Touchdown, Saints. Show me the TDs. Scary Perry absolutely comes in clutch. Across the field, Jameis throws it up. Perry, miracle jump, comes down with it. Touchdown, Saints. They're going for 2. They're going for 2. Oh, my goodness. Let's frickin' go, Jameis. Winston under center, sends Morrow in motion. hands the ball to Kamara, and Kamara's going to punch it in, and that's 2 more. That's 2 more. That's 2 more. That's 2 more, baby. Don't give up yet. Don't give up yet. Do not quit now. Sub 4 dubs. Let's effing go.
Hey, it's getting interesting out there in Minnesota after the A.T. Perry touchdown for the Saints. And listen, I kind of checked out of this game, but Jameis Winston and the Saints, don't look now. It's a 1-possession game after the 2-point conversion from Kamara. And it's down to 8 points, the lead for Minnesota, 27-19. Meanwhile, Hill just darted in for the Ravens, but I believe a holding call is going to negate the touchdown for Baltimore. And it will remain a 1-score game. Indeed, it does. 24-17. First and goal for the Ravens because the Browns muffed the punt. However, the holding penalty brings the ball back to the 13-yard line. How are we doing in the chat? Oliver passes the 49ers strike back today. Indeed, that's a statement for them, up 34-3 over the Niners. You got to love that. Wow. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, Najee Harris tried to hurdle a guy and just got thrown down. And try to hurdle. If you leave your feet, you make yourself susceptible to that type of hit. Here we go in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on the zone read. Brought down initially in the backfield, breaks the tackle and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but defended nicely by Cleveland. It'll be 2nd and goal. 3rd down and 2. Everybody in tight. Play action. Pickett rolls to his right. Nowhere to go with the ball, and he gets rid of it as he's brought down to the turf. That'll bring up 4th and 2 with 5:17 to go in this game. Pittsburgh leading by 1, 20-19. And so we're back to Baltimore, where the Ravens have the rock on 2nd and goal from the 12 and a pre-snap penalty. The Ravens just shooting themselves in the foot on this drive after they were gifted 1st and goal. I mean, a field goal still is crucial because that makes it a 2-score game. Right now it's 24-17. The Steelers are going to go ahead and kick the field goal to make it a 4-point game, 23-19, 5:14 to go. Green Bay trailing, and they're about to get the ball back. What a day. What a day. If you haven't yet subscribed, you got to now. You got to reach our goal of 345K subscribers. How about that? Think about that. 345,000 people get the latest and greatest NFL information from Chat Sports with daily shows as well as live shows. We've got you covered at Chat Sports. So subscribe today, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Doesn't cost you a thing. 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go in Cincinnati. They're down by 10, 27-17. The Bengals with the football at the 31-yard line. A long ways to go. Burrow throws over the middle. It's caught into Texans territory at about the 48-yard line. And the Bengals have to move quickly. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oliver Pass, what's going on? Blue Richards, happy to have you. Austin's Game Plan channel, hello from Chiefs Kingdom, what's going on? As we get you back out to Cincinnati where Joe Burrow checks it down, got his man, but falling to the turf right away. It's a short gain. 3rd and goal for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson rolling to his right, fires the end zone, intercepted. There's a flag down, but we'll find out what the call is. And that would be huge for this Browns defense to hold the Ravens off the scoreboard. But I think it's in fact going to be on Cleveland. Let's find out. As Jamar Chase makes the catch and is roughed up as he was going down, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Texans. It is a holding against the Browns, so the interception will not stand if you're following along with me in that Cleveland game. Who's feeling good? All right. Just wanted to make sure everyone was awake. Yeah. There we go. Blue Richards. Pony Boy Curtis. Hello from Washington State. There you go. Gonna guess he's a Seahawks fan. All right, update on the Super Chat leaderboard. It's neck and neck. The New England Patriots are the team to beat with 2 points. Oh, we just got a Super Chat coming in from Alan Gomez. Take a shot, go Raiders. Gladly. That gets the Raiders on the board. Shout out to Alan. I'm pouring myself an espresso shot because if I took tequila, it would not be good. I'd be tipping over monitors and hitting the floor before you know it. So I just want to be juiced up instead. So I got you covered with the espresso shot right there. Oh, yeah, we'll do it together. Absolutely. Producer Jack's going to be all over it with me. Jack with the tequila. There we go. Shout out to Alan. When the espresso's room temperature, it just bites a little bit more. And there come the Packers. Pass complete. And how about the leaderboard now? Everybody's neck and neck. Every $5 is a point. The Patriots have the lead, followed by a four-way tie for second between the Falcons, Packers, Dolphins, and Raiders. So there we go. What team has the best fans? The only way to find out, the Super Chat competition. So let us know. And what a pass from Jordan Love to find his man over the middle. And 1st and 10 for the Packers from the 15. It's a toss to Jones near side, and he is roughed up. Nowhere to go. 3:32 to go in the Steelers-Packers game. And so if you're with us early, I incorrectly said 3 field goals by the Packers, but in fact, they have 2 touchdowns, but one of the extra point was blocked, and that's why they had 13 instead of 13. Oh, and Jordan Love throws a pick. It's deflected and into the hands. Oh, my gosh, the Steelers defense does it again. We got to go see the reaction from the one and only Jack Sperry. There he is. Let's see Sperry. Unbelievable. Of course, Jack Sperry. Take it away, man.
The clock here. What a big play by Patrick Peterson. By the way, Keanu Neal, the one that had the interception, is the one down on the ground. And with Minkah Fitzpatrick hurt, that's going to raise some questions.
It's not Chandon Sullivan, is it?
No, it's Keanu Neal, 31.
No, I'm saying who would come in for him?
It would be Elijah Riley.
He's played a couple of plays already today.
He's played quite a bit. What I would say is they'd probably move Elijah to safety, and they would probably have Chandon Sullivan in the...
Okay, Sperry with the shirt off, and, never a dull moment, but cover your eyes. We'll try to give you a better warning next time, but that's the kind of passion and intensity you see from Jack Sperry. The shirt was off on the Steelers stream. Meanwhile, Gus Edwards is into the end zone for the Ravens, and that gives them a 2-touchdown lead over the Browns. Not over, but the chances for the Browns to complete any kind of comeback, those chances are dwindling. Meanwhile, an interception thrown by C.J. Stroud. That's what you couldn't do. Oh, no. Houston was up 10, and C.J. Stroud just threw an interception that was nearly a pick six, and with 3:33 to go, it was returned to the 2-yard line, and all of a sudden the Bengals are back into it. No! If you're C.J. Stroud, you just can't do that. Oh, buddy. I didn't see who got the interception. Taylor Brett stayed right with the intended receiver and just undercut it, and you just can't make that throw. Almost returned to the house, but shoestring tackle down at about the 2. The 4 is where they mark it, but first and goal for the Bengals. 3:33 to play, down 27-17. Burrow in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his right. He looks that way, back shoulder, incomplete. He had Irwin, and I don't know if Irwin ran the wrong route or if Burrow threw it to the wrong spot. Burrow threw it to where no defenders were, but Irwin turned it up. And the extra point in the Ravens game is good, so we were a little premature on the score, but we just had confidence. We knew that extra point would be good. All right, here we go. Second and goal for the Bengals. Burrow, back to pass. Plenty of time. Fires. Incomplete. And out comes the flag as the intended receiver went caroming into the base of the uprights. And that'll give the Bengals a fresh set of downs and the ball at the 1-yard line, assuming it's a pass interference on the defense. Let me know in the chat. This is a good one. Right now it's a 10-point game, but the Bengals with the ball, first and goal at the 1-yard line, assuming this is a pass interference on the defense. And we'll get the official call here in just a moment. Likely on the defense either way.
Alan, I just got to tell you, man, I don't take alcohol well. The shot did not feel good. LOL.
Oliver passes. My 3 teams are Detroit, the Bengals, and 49ers. All right, so Oliver's dialed into this one. Here we go. First and goal from the 1. Handoff. Inside. Is Nixon in? Yes. Touchdown, Joe Mixon. There you go. Joe Mixon making it happen. And the Bengals have new life. It's 27-23 with the extra point upcoming for Cincinnati. Wow, the interception by C.J. Stroud gives Cincinnati brand new life. All right. Out to Jacksonville, where the Niners have a 34-3 lead with 3:12 to play. But they're knocking on the door. Sam Darnold in at quarterback. They trying to get Christian McCaffrey the football? Here's Darnold. Out to McCaffrey. It's incomplete on 4th down. That seems very pointless, but yeah, that's what I mean. They're up by so much. 34-3. Now out to Minnesota, where the Vikings have seen their lead dwindle down to 1 possession, and Josh Dobbs is going to be sacked. Oh, no. This game, it's a game of momentum, folks. The old Mo, as they say, old Mo, she is a nasty you-know-what. And by Mo, I mean momentum. When you got it, you love her. When you don't, she's hard to get back. Meanwhile, Steelers had that interception on Jordan Love and trying to ice this game. So the Saints get the ball back. It's a 1-possession game. So 27-19. The Vikings with the lead, but the Saints with the football. We got people tuning in at the witching hour, finding out who's going to come out on top of this early window. Saints with the football. Jameis Winston out to the right. catch made, but tackled immediately. Inbounds, so the clock will continue. Winston 7 of 14 for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns since taking over for the injured Derek Carr. And all the friendly folks down in the chats, we appreciate you tuning in to the NFL Whip Around Show by Chat Sports. Glad to have you along. You make this show what it is. You guys are the best, so help us get to 345,000 subscribers. Steelers with the football. Up 23-19, nearing the 2-minute warning. Back to Minnesota. 3rd and 6 for the Saints. Kamara makes the catch, but he's wrapped up immediately. The Vikings defense all over it and nowhere to go for Kamara, so that brings up 4th down with the clock ticking inside of 7 minutes. So shout out to Jokester954. Back to Cincinnati. Texans with the football after the Bengals just scored, and a chance at redemption for C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense. Singletary up the middle on 2nd and 6, picks up about 4 to bring up 3rd down and 2. Now out to Minnesota, where the Saints are punting it away, so the Vikings are going to get the ball back up by 8 with about 6.5 to go. 2:26 left in Cincinnati. And a barn burner between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Browns trying to come back from 2 touchdowns down with 9:44 to go in the 3rd. Not over yet as Cleveland's on the move. 3rd down and 3 for the Bengals. Defense. The Houston Texans have the ball on offense. Here we go. Stroud's in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right and Singletary to his right as well. Deep pass down the right side. Incomplete. Intended for Tank Dell. And the Bengals are going to get the football back with 2:20. Meanwhile, the Browns into the red zone. Ball at the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal. Texans punting the ball away. Irvin fields it at the 20 and zips up to the 30 before he's brought down. Now to the Browns game. DeShaun Watson pressured at the 10. Dumps it down. It's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore. And this game's not over. 8:57 to go. The Browns are back within 1 score. It's 31-23 with the extra point pending. So probably some excitement from the Browns faithful. And who better to tell us all about it than the host of our Browns stream, Matthew Peterson. Petey, what are those Browns doing? Take it away, brother.
Piece of me that thought he was going to miss it.
Let's go. Spam those TDs.
Spam
those TDs.
those TDs.
Did we cross 27,100?
Yes, we did.
That's what I'm talking about. Road to 27,200 subscribers now. That sub button. Onside kick? No. Too early for an onside kick.
Absolutely not.
2 timeouts, a 2-minute warning. Hopefully we don't have to go down to the 2-minute warning. We have plenty of time. Join the channel if you have not already, and let's get some good mojo going for the Browns.
Sub for Browns Dubs.
Here's a good reason to subscribe. If Browns come back and win this game, you're going to want to have the memory of being in this channel when that happened.
Yeah.
And if you're subscribed, every time you see the Browns report pop up, you're going to think of that Ravens comeback.
Week 10, November 12th, 2023.
Where were you?
And this is what makes the NFL so dang unpredictable and so special. A long play for the Bengals, and they are on the move trying to regain the lead against the Texans. This would be a heartbreaker for the Houston faithful. And meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, 23-19, the Steelers with the lead and the football. but it's 4th down as the clock ticks down at 1:35. The Packers are going to get the ball back, and we'll get you updated on that momentarily. But for now, it's back out to New Orleans, where the Saints somehow got the ball back. So perhaps a penalty or something of that nature that extended the drive for New Orleans. Now out to Pittsburgh. 1:21 is where the clock stops. And the Steelers, facing a 4th and 8, are going to kick it back to Green Bay. We'll have one more chance. No timeouts for the Packers. And on 2nd and 8, Kamara makes the catch, but he was juggling it all the way, and no, he never did come up with possession of that football. So an incomplete pass to bring up 3rd and 8 for New Orleans. 4th down and 8 for the Steelers. A lot of good ones coming down to the wire. And I know a lot of people in the chat excited about that, but we do have one final score to report for you. The Bucs defeat the Titans 20-6. All right. And all kinds of craziness happening in Baltimore between the Browns and the Ravens. This is crazy.
Let's go! Greg Newsome, the second! Yes! This one's tipped up. Who got a paw on it? Let's see it. Lamar looks over the right, and it's going to be Okoronkwo breaking up the pass. Newsome, easy Pickens. Yes! We're back. We are so fucking back. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. He missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. Dustin Hopkins missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. Oh my God. A lot of time left, but man, that's a bit of a killer.
Oh, we got a $50 super chat from Drunk in Honk.
Oh no, Petey! My brother, from one studio to the next, I feel you, man. Oh my God. Well, shout out Greg Newsome, Northwestern's finest there with the pick 6. But the missed extra point? Are you kidding me? It remains a 1-point game. But that one, of course, far from over. Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, down to the wire. What a game this has been. The Bengals trying to complete the comeback. It's quarterback draw. Nowhere to go for Burrow. He is wrapped up and slammed to the turf. Sometimes that yields a flag. It didn't this time. And that brings up 3rd and goal. And Cincinnati down 3, definitely in field goal range. Could, in fact, tie it with a field goal or take the lead with a touchdown. And it just showed the replay of that Greg Newsome interception return for a touchdown. Deflected at the line of scrimmage, and Newsome knew what to do. But the missed extra point keeps it a 1-point game. Another final score to report. This one had been in the balance for a while, but it's officially final. San Francisco defeats Jacksonville rather handedly, 34-3. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. From the 14-yard line. 5 wide for Joe Burrow. Takes the shotgun snap. Over the middle. It's dropped in the end zone. It was dropped. Oh, Boyd was wide open, and Burrow put it on him. What happened? Oh, no. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, it was wide open. What am I missing? I mean, that's a catch that has to be made. Wow. Boyd. What happened? McPherson on for the game-tying field goal, but still 1:37 left, so Stroud is going to get a chance to make up for that interception. So there we go. Wow. All tied up at 27 in that game, but let's get you out to Green Bay and Pittsburgh. That one going down to the wire with 17 seconds left, 23-19. The Packers with no timeouts. 4th down and 3. And to bring us home, let's check in with Jack Sperry, the host of the Steelers Chat. Go ahead, Jack.
We'll have the latest game balls, takeaways, the whole 9 yards. Come on.
Come on, baby.
Last week, Will Levis and the Titans, down 4, drove down the field into scoring position with about this much time left on the clock. The Steelers got an interception from Quan Alexander to seal it. Can the Steelers do the same in Week 10 and get to 6-3?
Dun, 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 dun.
No, Pack, no! Dun, 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 dun. No, Pack, no! Dun, 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 dun. No, Pack, no! 17 seconds left. Jordan Love in the shotgun. Empty set. 5 seconds on the game clock. Love snaps it. A stunt for Watt. Love gets rid of it short and in the middle.
Tackle him.
A.J. Dillon is tackled. 10 seconds left. It's a first down, but they got to snap it. 6, 5, 4, 3, and they snap it with 3 seconds. They're going to be at the 11-yard line with 1 shot to win this football game.
Oh, my goodness.
For the love of God, click that subscribe button. It is subs for Steelers Dubs. If you don't subscribe and they lose, this is your fault. Click that like button. Get as much positive energy as you possibly can in this chat room right now. 2nd down and 10. This is the football game. Timeout Steelers. They want to make sure they're in the right play.
Make sure you're guarding the end zone.
I want them to hear this all the way in Pittsburgh, Coop. No, Pack, no! No, Pack, no! No, Pack, no! Come on, baby!
Come on, baby!
One more play to decide the game.
Do you send a 0 blitz here?
No.
No way.
No way. I'm guarding the end zone, and I'm forcing Jordan Love to fit it in a tight window.
Pause.
I want TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith to get there. This pass rush is plenty good enough to get there with 4. The Steelers, birds on a fence, right on the goal line right now. 2nd down and 10. Looks like they're going to send 4. Love takes the snap from empty. Here comes the pressure. He throws end zone. Intercepted. Game's over. The Steelers are going to win the football game. It is Devontae Davis. That is it. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the football game. There's a flag on the play.
I think it's just going to be at the end, dead ball, personal foul. We got some pushing and shoving.
We got a fight breaking out between the Steelers and Packers on the Steelers sideline.
Spam those W's, baby!
Spam those W's. The Steelers are going to 6-3. So they're still trying to break up the Steelers and Packers. They're shaking hands right now. The Steelers.
What a finish in Pittsburgh. The Steelers just writing the book on how to win close games and win ugly in the NFL. But you know what's not ugly? In fact, it is beautiful. It's the only most, and not even the only, it is the most beautiful app that you've got. And it's an app that uses AI and machine learning to suggest smart sports bets. And that is Odds Are. There it is. OddsR is the mobile app you need to know what bets of the day are the smart ones. Download the app, you sign up for an account, and you let the latest data analysis guide you through the day's point spreads, money lines, and of course the over-unders. If you see green, that's the smart bet. If you see yellow, maybe tread lightly. You're on your own there. And if you see some red, don't you dare touch that bet. Stay away. With OddsR on your mobile phone, you're just a tap away from making the smart play because it's smart betting made simple. You can find the OddsR app in the App Store or on Google Play. And for being a Chat Sports friend of the program, you get a 30-day free trial. It's just $10 a month after that. Now, the casinos and the sports books, they want you to bet because they want to take your money. But OddsR makes you make the smart bet. That's right. It helps you make the smart bet. Go to oddsr.com/NFL daily for your 30-day free trial. It's smart betting made simple. oddsr.com/NFL daily. 30-day free trial. You are welcome. All right, tons going on down the stretch. You just saw the Steelers live stream there from Jack Sperry as Pittsburgh intercepted a Jordan Love pass on the final play of the game to seal the victory. And the Texans and Bengals going down to the wire. We'll get you out there. But right now we've got Ravens and Browns, 31-30. Baltimore with the lead and the football as Jackson's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4:55 to go in that one. But you got to let me know who you got in this one. Houston or Cincinnati, all tied up at 27. C.J. Stroud's 23 of 38 with 356 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But the Texans, with 5 seconds left, are lining up for the go-ahead field goal at the 38-yard attempt. For the win. Snaps down, kick is up, it's on its way. It's good. The Texans defeat the Bengals. 30-27 the final. C.J. Stroud, yeah, and the Texans dance on the field after the win. Heartbreak in Cincinnati. Jubilation for the Houston Texans. And a statement road win for Houston. Wow. Wow. And there you have it. The Houston Texans, folks. They are for real. C.J. Stroud's for real. You got to love it. Back out to Baltimore. Browns with the football back, down by 1. If the Browns somehow, some way, find a way to come back in this game, I mean, my goodness. Vikings trying to put the finishing touches on the Saints. 2:50 to go in that one. Still a one-possession game, 27-19. If the Saints get the ball back, they'll have to score and get the 2-point conversion. DeShaun Watson's a perfect 13 of 13 in the second half. 3:06 and counting. Browns with it on their own 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Watson takes the snap, and he's sacked and fumbles. He lost the football, but a Browns offensive lineman right there to dive on it. But that could have been disastrous. Watson didn't feel the pressure and nearly committed the turnover on the sack fumble. Instead, it's just a big loss. Saints with the football. Jameis Winston's pass incomplete, dropped at the 30. Was looking for Perry. All right, back to Baltimore. Watson takes the snap, fires over the middle. It's caught short of the first down. Amari Cooper makes the catch. And that'll bring up 3rd and short. Third down for the Browns. 2nd and 10 for the Saints. We got dual action on the monitors right now. Flag comes in on the Saints-Vikings game. Chris Olave pointing to the defense, indicating it'd be against Minnesota, but we will wait and see. Those subscriber numbers continue to climb, and for that we say thank you. We want to continue to reach NFL fans across the globe. And NFL Daily by Chat Sports is your one-stop shop for exactly that. Cardinals and Falcons underway. Kyler Murray making his first start of the season. And on 3rd and 9, he's flushed out of the pocket and delivers an incomplete pass, so 3 and out for Kyler Murray. He's 1 of 3 for 6 yards on the day so far. Let's check out that leaderboard as the Lions and Chargers are underway. Lions in their all whites, Chargers in the light blue. Jared Goff over the middle, and there he is, Amon-Ra St. Brown into Chargers territory, into the red zone, and the Lions on the move early at SoFi Stadium. Facing a 4th down, they kick the field goal, and the Lions draw first blood with a field goal, 3-0. There you go. All right, $5 if you talk about your team. Every $5 is a point for your team, and we're trying to find out which team has the best fans. And here's what we've got. A crowded leaderboard with no team separating from the other. New England, in fact, with the lead at 2. And Atlanta, Green Bay, and Miami right behind them. All right, 3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray to DJ Moore. And now back to Baltimore. 3rd down and 2 for the Browns. They're 4 of 5 on 3rd down this half. 2-minute warning. Handoff straight ahead. 1st down for the Browns. And they've got 2 timeouts, so they don't have to rush. However, clock ticking with 1:50 to go. They're just trying to get in field goal range, down by just 1, to set up the winning field goal. Let's check in on Matthew Peterson and the Brown stream. Pete.
Yard line. Great play by 4. Let's go. Now you're kind of in that zone of like, how fast do you really want to move?
Yeah, Watson is really moving slow here. 40 subscribers away from 27,300. I can guarantee the Browns will win if we get 39 more subs.
Come on. The Ravens, for what it's worth, have 2 timeouts.
Did the Browns just use one?
The Browns did just use one, it looks like.
Just a
well, it's either a 10-second for an injury under 2 minutes timeout or a 10-second runoff. I think they just want to give Watson time to catch his breath, really. If you're the Browns here, do you just run it 3 straight times? You're at the 39-yard line of Baltimore. Snap to Watson, handoff to Ford. He runs it, and Jerome Ford's going to get about 7 yards. That pile keep moving. Oh, my God, it's going to be a 10-plus yard run. Jerome Ford down to the 25-yard line.
Smash mouth football. Type those ones. Type those ones.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. That is just smash mouth football. Who wants it more?
The Browns have been underdogs the entire game. They dug themselves a hole, and they're ready to make an upset on the road.
Trailing 14-0 out of the gate.
Look at how fired up the O-line is.
That's James Hudson, your third-string tackle. Garyon Christian, who was only signed 2 weeks ago, starting.
And the Ravens used their second timeout.
Oh, if you're the Ravens, if you're the Browns, you run it 3 straight times here.
Yeah, because no matter what, you'll have a chance to kick a field.
Oh
my God.
God. Mike. A $400 super chat! 1st and 10, handoff, Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get about a yard. Mike Dibble.
Oh my God, we are not worthy! We are not worthy!
A 400! I have nothing left. I am putting so much into this. Please make the comeback, Browns. Mike!
And now Mike Dibble leads the Jim Brown signed jersey MVP.
Mike Dibble leading the jersey giveaway. And I am dead inside of happiness. Mike Dibble with a $400 super chat.
He's ready to cry.
No fucking way.
He's shedding tears for this. Look at him. You don't think this doesn't mean anything to Petey?
Oh my God, Mike fucking Dibble.
If you haven't subscribed, that moment right there is why you do.
My God. 2nd and 9. I don't know what to say. Handoff to Kareem Hunt. And Hunt is going to get about 5 yards. He's down to the 21-yard line. Ravens are out of timeouts. Mike Dibble. It's beyond the win. Mike Dibble for my job. And I would be happy for that. Because he deserves it. Because Mike Dibble is the fucking man. Everyone spam Mike in the chat right now. Mike Dibble just wants it more.
He just wants it more.
And I wish I had even more to give Mike, but you have clearly, you've stolen my soul. I am just speechless. It's 3rd and 4 for the Browns. 25 seconds. QB kneel. And Watson kneels at the 23-yard line. All right, everyone. Let's focus up for a moment. It's going to be about a 30-yard field goal from this kick, from this distance.
It's going to be a 40-yarder.
40-yarder, you're right, sorry. Timeout Browns with 3 seconds to go.
3 seconds to go. Sub right now, and Dustin Hopkins will make this kick. Come on. We said we needed to get to 27,300. We just passed it for Hopkins to make the kick. Come on. Sub 4 Browns dubs.
Dustin Hopkins to win the game. This would be a walk-off. 40-yard field goal to win it. No timeouts. This is it. 3 seconds. This is for the win. Dustin Hopkins from the middle of the field. Snap good, hold good, kick is good! Yes, yes, yes! Browns win it! Browns win it! Hopkins, my firstborn son, is now Dustin! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Flag on the field. I think it's against the Ravens. They try to jump it. Browns are going to win 33-31. The ultimate comeback. DeShaun Watson, statement game. Yes! Browns win. What's the call? Kick good, illegal leverage. That's the game. Dustin Hopkins. Yes! The Browns shocked the Ravens. And they are going to win 33-31 and prove to 6-3 on the year.
Now this is just insane. You can't make it up. I counted the Browns out, but the Ravens gag it away. The Browns come back. What an incredible comeback for the Cleveland Browns and a statement win on the road in a game that, again, hand up, I had handed it over to the Ravens. I mean, my goodness, what a heroic effort from the Cleveland Browns and DeShaun Watson in the second half to ultimately get the win, 33-31. The defense gets the defense a touchdown, and they make it happen. Wow, incredible. And shout out to Petey. I hope he's okay. He might need some medical attention after this one, but his Browns get the win, 33-31 after the field goal there and a walk-off for the Browns. You got to love that. Wow. All right. Meanwhile, the Chargers have tied it up with the Lions in the first quarter. Both teams kicking a field goal. It's 3-3, and there are your finals from the morning. Now, we got the Browns and Ravens on there twice momentarily. We'll take care of that, but the Browns win it 33-31. The Bucks get their fourth win of the season over the Titans, 20-6. Niners make a statement on the road in Jacksonville, 34-3. That one was never close. The Niners defense just suffocate Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense. And the Bengals drop a heartbreaker at home to the Texans. C.J. Stroud, gets the win for the Texans. And Houston, under first-year coach D'Amico Ryans, looking good, up 30-27, and they win it 30-27, I should say, with the walk-off field goal. Packers fall to the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh continues its winning ways. Again, not always pretty, but they get it done in Steel City, 23-19. And just gone final moments ago, the Vikings and Josh Dobbs, the Pastronaut, win it 27-19. Saints did have one final Hail Mary heave, but too little too late. And Minnesota, all of a sudden, might be a problem. How about that? Josh Dobbs and the Vikings get the win back-to-back weeks with Josh Dobbs at the helm. Got to give a shout-out to Godly Recon. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Loving the stream. Right back at you, man. And we did take a break to hydrate during the end of that Browns-Ravens game, but we appreciate you thinking of us. So that puts the Packers back on the board, tied with the Patriots at 2 points apiece. Reminder, you get a point for your team with every $5 super chat. So there we go. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in and all of our subscribers as we get close to our milestone of 345,000 subscribers across the globe on this platform. Help us get there. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's youtube.com/chatsportstv. A lot of people in the chat. We appreciate you tuning in. All the best to all of our viewers, making NFL Daily and the NFL Whip Around part of your day. So the competition coming down to the wire and coming down to the end. $5, we talk about your team, and that $5 gets you a point. And there's no discounts, though, so if you want to send in $10, that's 2 points. All it takes would be 15. That would be $3, and your team would be in the lead. So we want to see who can do it 2 minutes before we sign off and say goodbye. The first wave of NFL games in the books. And how entertaining was it? A couple of walk-off field goals. Every game going down to the wire, of course, except for San Francisco and Jacksonville. But incredible action across the board here in the Week 10 of the NFL season.
Also, can I just say real quick, we are less than 20 likes away from 300 likes. There's 600 people watching. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream as well.
Absolutely. Shout out JJ Tiffany saying, my dude, covering because of the Finns bye. That's exactly right. So if you want to drop a sub at Dolphins Today. That's the channel yours truly hosts. And, of course, producer Jack with me every step of the way. Couldn't do it without him. And appreciate the growth we've experienced on that channel as well, as the Commanders look like they have struck first in Seattle with a long touchdown. Brian Robinson reels it in. And meanwhile, the Lions get into the end zone. The rookie, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's starting to break out. Remember, he had that big game on Monday Night Football. And that's his third consecutive week with a rushing touchdown. Shout out Jahmyr Gibbs. The Lions are up 9-3 in L.A.
Anybody gonna send in a soup and get their team up to the top, or are we gonna end with a tie?
We might have to end with a tie. Oh no, help us out.
15 seconds left. I see Blue Richards. I mean,
left.
I know Raider Nation gets a little crazy. You want Raider Nation to take over the number one spot? We'll see. Who's got the best fans? I don't know.
Oh, Jim, I don't know. And that is the clock. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And want to thank producer Jack for making this stream go. What an NFL whip-around show it was. Shout out to the realists. And appreciate everybody making Chat Sports a part of your day. And we'll remind you of the final scores in that opening window. But still plenty of action in week number 10 of the National Football League. The Texans walked off the Bengals with a late field goal to win it, 30-27, on the road in Cincinnati, no less. Impressive there. The Steelers' defense emphatically intercepted Jordan Love on the final play of the game to seal the 23-19 win. And the Browns come back from a number of deficits. They were down 2 scores a couple of different times in the second half, and eventually walk off the Ravens 33-31 with an epic comeback en route to the victory. The Niners clobber the Jags in Jacksonville 34-3. George Kittle had a big day, as did the rest of the Niners defense, and really suffocated Trevor Lawrence and that Jag offense all game long. Titans never could get anything going in Tampa Bay. The Bucs win it 20-6. Mike Evans had a touchdown in that one. And the Pastronaut, Josh Dobbs, and the Vikings beat the Saints 27-19. In fact, the Vikings led this one big. The Saints clawed back, but could not come any closer. Minnesota gets the win. So that is a look at the first window of games in week number 10 of the National Football League. Now let's get you up to date on the games going on right now. Cardinals and Kyler Murray's first start up 3-0. Jahmyr Gibbs just scored for the Lions to put Detroit up 10-3. Giants and Cowboys just underway in Dallas. The Commanders have a 6-0 lead over the Seahawks. That game in Seattle. And still to come tonight, it's the Raiders and the Jets. Sunday Night Football from Vegas. Browns and Bills cap it off with Monday Night Football. Beg your pardon. Broncos. The Broncos. Read. It's right there on the board. The Broncos. Let me say that again, because that was just coming off so smoothly. The Broncos and Bills cap off the NFL Week 10 action with Monday Night Football. So shout out to everybody tuning in. It was a lot of fun as always. Glad to bring you all the action. And if you haven't yet, smash that sub button at youtube.com/chatsportstv and you will not be disappointed. There is no doubt about it. Help us reach our goal of 345,000 subscribers across the globe. But until next time, my name is Jake Riepma. He is producer Jack Lauderay on the ones and twos. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on NFL Daily. See you.